Sure, just keep trying.
Yeah.
Go back to them over and over again until they get one right.
Something other than another Marvel movie, that would be great.
What about Gargoyles cartoon?
Oh my
Like
god,
a
Make
classic.
that into a
You
live
gotta
action.
bring that back, yeah.
Or
That
even
would be
just
dope.
bring it back as a cartoon would be great.
I don't know. I don't think a cartoon would do it justice anymore. We've already seen that. Seen it as like a surreal cartoon is just kind of like takes away from it. No?
Well, who would I make Goliath? What actor? It has to be a big beefy dude, obviously.
Oh, it's gonna be live
John
action.
Cena? No, not John Cena. Never mind.
John Cena.
Doesn't he have his own
John
show going
Cena.
on right now? Peacekeeper or Peacemaker, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah, and he's really good in it, but it's I don't think Goliath's too he's more of a Dave Bautista type character.
There you go. Then you clearly casted it. We'll just have to get it all happening.
That could work.
John, is Randall assumed KO'd? We'll
He
assume
said
so.
I mean,
he
he just fucking posted.
Randall's on Randall time. He said, "I'll be on for a bit." That was his response.
Cool.
All right,
Well,
fair enough.
then what we'll do is we will dictate as a team what Randall does, as we all have a pretty good idea of his play style and respect toward him. We will not purposefully use him as a martyr, but if he gets stuck in that situation, that is separate from everything. Okay.
Bye bye.
So he screams for the Jolly Roger and runs into the crowd.
Yeah, right.
How do we speed run killing Henry? That's what we have to do.
Yeah,
You
right.
could just run into a burning building. That would be easy.
He just stands there.
Oh man, it's the quickest way of disposing a team member. Love it.
I love it. That's
Sweet
great.
holy flames.
I was mentioning briefly to Ian/Alistar that he missed out of the origin stories of the individual in which you face today. Marsh, you're not logged into the game.
Oh shit, I'm not. Sorry, my bad.
I know. You DM all the time with nothing in front of you, and now it's like whenever you play, you're like, oh, I need to do stuff.
Yeah, I do.
You guys played some pretty good goblins, I gotta say. Those are some solid goblin acting skills. You gotta watch that one, Ian. Hopefully the audio's okay on it or something. But they were so funny in that, like the crap they were saying. I don't even know if I did stream it. That's right. Everything was working right at the last minute. But that was a pretty cool one. So what I'll do is I'll activate Marsh's point of view because realistically, that's where we're going to begin.
Yeah. That's beautiful.
This is a general understanding of what Marsh sees. Now, Marsh, you can declare where you want to be placed because we didn't really clarify it. Did you want to be on the floor behind the bleachers, above them, etc.?
One sec. Sorry. Just
Yep,
kidding.
you're good. You're good. I'll wall off this stuff too, just to add even more.
Okay, and we came through. I'm just gonna ping, I guess, just so I understand what's going on. I came from this direction over here originally, and snuck up to here.
Correct.
Okay.
I will show you guys the entire map briefly, but I mean in a minute. I just wanted,
Okay.
some little
Yeah, no,
POV
that's totally fine. I just want to make sure my directions and shit were all good. I would say.
Yeah, you fired at Colburn. Whoops. Specifically here on the second floor of the structure.
Okay. Then I think I would have been behind the bleachers, sort of shooting through a crack, I guess.
Okay.
Yeah. I think that's right.
Yeah, just for visual understanding, we'll just put like a -4 to clarify you're behind the bleachers or underneath them.
Yeah.
You're within.
Yeah.
For tonight's session, GC is completely automated. What that means is he is aggro. His goal is murder all the goblins. Murder every goblin. If there's a goblin, he murders it. If there's no goblins, he finds another goblin. If he can't find another goblin, then maybe he'll ask for directions. But until then, as long as there's a goblin, that is what he's doing. Not to say he won't get distracted if, and only if, he ever actually lays eyes on Colburn.
Mm-hmm.
But In the meantime, he is your guys' buffer. Almost all goblins within the immediate camp zone will be aggro to him unless any of you interact with him. The concept going into this entire combat strategy is Marsh pulled the trigger, but GC pulled the attention. The only people that know Marsh is there is everyone that was with Colvern in that room. Everybody else only knows Goblin Cleaver is present in the middle of the camp fucking up goblins. He probably has a pile of 12 goblins already dead at his feet, and he has no intention of stopping. There are a lot of camps and a lot of goblins coming out of there. Henry has no vision of this yet, but I was very sweet when I built the map and I decided to give him a vantage point. So there will be a point where he does have a better view of the actual thing, because technically he described himself getting right behind the wall to throw bombs over. The map on the edges of the thing actually favor some mountain terrain advantages. But for the two individuals here, now mind you, we'll just consider things until Chad joins us, so that then we can get into the real, gossip column of what your guys' game plan is. But give me 1 second as I figure out which one is their point of view. I don't know what module I have running, but there's like a huge hiccup anytime I access my file browser, like in Foundry. Otherwise, everything works fine. So that's really weird. Excuse. Any questions? Just generally popping off.
I don't have to from where I am.
Happy and content.
You guys remember what the plan is? I don't remember anymore. We have a plan, though. Naturally, we discussed it at length.
Well, we did talk about it.
We're gonna do that thing.
Hold on. Let me think about.
I legit uploaded 2 of the same scenes. 1 second.
That thing where we kill him. Or we can do that thing where we all run away and hide. Like, make this, like, build up to the session totally pointless. We all just run away.
Okay, so I think it was. We try to keep. I don't remember. Do you have the ability to summon the birds or whatever? That was something we talked about.
Yeah, that was something you guys discussed.
Owls or
Are they giant owls? Can they pick us up? I feel like we talked about them picking us up after we
giant
killed
owls.
something like
We can
that.
have them carry us in, carry people out.
Okay. And we were going to try to do as much crowd control, so GC, and then we had the hound thing. I don't know what the hound is, but people were talking about a hound.
Ill Omen.
Oh, the Ill Omen. Okay.
Yes. It is something that can be summoned upon such and brought onto the field, giving major disadvantage to many.
I got one of those.
Then
that thing where we do that thing.
Mm-hmm.
Henry's going to throw bombs, right? I feel like that was his plan.
He doesn't have a bazillion, but yes,
A
that was
couple.
an intention. It was more of his bombs were a distraction. He doesn't necessarily have lethal.
What does Darko want to do? Does Darko want to gaseous form his way in there? Does he want to run in? Does he want to run away? What's Darko's feeling?
I mean, is this a place that I need to use the gaseous form to try and get into?
No, only if you don't want to get attacked.
I'm going to upload your guys' POV in a second. I'm just
okay.
We're in front of the gate. I think
you're right there.
I mean, I can fly. You want to ride the eagle? You can ride.
There's a still image for now.
I've ridden the eagle once before.
Gotta ride that eagle, my friend.
So here's a general idea of your guys' front entrance. Oh wait, you guys have no vision. 1 second.
Oh shit, different perspective.
That's cool.
There's a video. I'm just converting it right now because I apparently uploaded 2 of Marsh's scene. So this is your guys' POV. There's an actual POV showing your guys' actual landing coming up from the proper angle. Just give me a second. But this is your guys' idea. If you were to look through here, you obviously can see as far as the Tansai. You know what I mean? They have a bunch of beacon fires around the actual place itself. Again, I'll give you the overhead view when things come up, but this is to give you guys a better perspective on what it is you would see and what you may or may not have at your disposal that you would not see otherwise from a overhead point of view. But the video conversion is about 75% away. I really thought I don't know. It's so weird. I literally have 4 files for only 3 recordings because there's 2 for Marsh. I don't know why.
I'm really important.
That's what I was gonna say. The
Right.
most important thing was captured.
Right.
Just want to make sure we get the map where Marsh dies really good. Make sure that
Yeah,
one's
right. I'll
there.
get that sweet point of view right there. Mm-hmm. Right, that's your guys'.
And so I think I was gonna. I mean, my plan was still, I think, to just try to climb up there to the 2nd floor, and try to finish him off. Was what I was thinking, but because I feel like that's what Marsh came in here to do, and that was his plan. But I think Goblin Cleaver's in the middle of stuff. What
There you go.
was Chosen gonna come into?
Everyone.
He was only running in if everyone else did. I believe his ideal situation was to get them and get out.
Well, we talked. Yeah. Okay, I mean, we can ask him when he gets here too.
Yeah,
obviously.
yeah, for sure. But I mean, I know he had a perfect balance between the yes and the no of what he Chosen would do personally. Here you guys are. Boop, boop.
Nice.
Oh wow. What if
And
somebody else out there?
This would be say that again.
Somebody else out there?
Did you have anyone else with you? Hey, here, let me pull up the original map. I didn't change anything.
Maybe
Henry's around the other side. Henry's somewhere.
might have had his owl.
Oh yeah,
otherwise
Henry is way out here. He's off to the side. He has his own POV. Actually, I can show you guys Henry's because he's not here. Switch between them. I was gonna be nice and give Henry a vantage point from up here, allowing him to actually see potentially Marsh and Goblin Cleaver and some of the commotions instead of being originally down at the base of the wall, which really he would have been useless after he ran out of bombs. So I didn't want to disable an entire character because of a massive wall in front of him. So I figured it makes sense that he would try to climb to get a vantage point to position himself. So from Henry's point of view, what is it in which you think he would do with those bombs? Keep in mind, these are 2 multi-story buildings. I just can't do multi-story in the software in which I used yet. So I'll just walk them.
Other than Henry, do we all know where Marsh and Goblin Cleaver are at this point?
Only Henry would know.
Okay.
Because you guys do not have that vantage point from your point of view.
Got it.
I mean, they can probably hear Goblin Cleaver like.
Oh yeah, you guys hear commotion, but you don't see the specific.
And would Alistair know that his invisibility spell had ended?
would have known that.
I love how you always say Alistair and it's Alistar.
Alistair.
I spelled it O-R. It's cool.
Yeah, it's O-R. I thought
He says but the way you say it is like in my mind. I don't know. Maybe it's tough.
Alistair.
Some people say Ian, but definitely Ian.
But nonetheless, he would. Alistar would be. Well, Alistar will see. Now I don't even know how to say it. He would absolutely be knowledgeable of his own of whom lost invisibility. Yes, once the spell breaks.
You must have killed him. Invisibility is gone. All right, let's leave.
They're dead. GG.
Right. It's like, oh, he's not out. He's gone.
Here's what we'll do: is we'll dive into Marsh's end because he's the only one there, and that's all that matters. So. Oh, what?
Timing on that.
All of a sudden, the
Get in here, man.
impossible. There it is. The man. All right.
In here, but silently if you don't feel like your throat can handle.
How's it going? I'm doing a little bit better today.
Dang.
Oh, nice.
All I hear is death.
Right, what you got back?
All I hear is a
I'm
bitch.
Fuck you, Darko.
Alright, so I'm gonna set up what the battle map will look like and bring you guys over for Marsh's segment. Marsh, is there anything you want to clarify in the sense of your equipment, your preparation, or any of the other potential want to knows?
How if I'm looking at the build going to the second floor where I saw Colburn, how high up? Like, do I feel like I could climb up?
It is about 10-foot, a 10-foot incline. Oh, not incline. Sorry. Height to the second floor. There's no immediate present passage to your knowledge that allows you to get up there with ease. I mean, you can easily roll a barrel over or something to climb on top of, but there is nothing currently placed before it. For an understanding example of that, allow me to bring you over to what will be. I have, for one of the rarest times, inlaid a grid because the map is very dark and the grid is white, but it is very faded, but it gives you guys a better understanding of the distance and range. It's because I was like moving stuff around and I had to keep measuring and it was really pissing me off. So I was like, it's only going to piss you guys off too. So try to keep it subtle. You guys are not yet on the placed on the map for reasons of this being focused on Marsh in the meantime. And to give him an understanding of what he sees. So Marsh, this is where you're laid out, okay? This is technically a door that's closed. It's not open, so ignore that. I didn't consider that. I had to change that myself. You see that GC is, you can see GC because he's taller than these creatures, than all these goblins, but they are masses. So each goblin in this encounter is considered a swarm, where there's at least 8 to 10 goblins in said swarm. When you bring them below half health, the damage they deal is lowered. When they are above half health, the damage they deal is greater. They have advantage on any spell effects that would be like charm or any kind of stun, those kind of things, because you are not targeting just one entity, but you are targeting a mass. So it is allowed because they are considered a swarm. They take up a large space, however, they can occupy any space a small goblin can occupy or pass through. So if they are ever over you, it is allowed. You are then considered surrounded, allowing you to potentially use unique abilities. Otherwise, any other entities that appear will not be considered swarm, but I'll describe or clarify any special features that you need to know. But in any sense of an actual goblin combat, all the goblins you see on the screen are much bigger because they are representing a swarm of them. Is that clear?
Sure.
Perfect. So, Marsh, from your point of view, because you're not considered, none of you guys are considered in combat. Only GC is, and none of you guys are considered known yet. You have the element of surprise. There are a lot of commotions coming from the tents around here. Now you can hear them kind of arming up and getting ready to run out for the charge. When combat does occur, every round, up to a certain limit of units on the field will be appearing until they are expunged or until you guys go about the situation. They will continue until they run out. There is a finite number, but you wouldn't know that. There was no scouting done yet. I love you guys for this kind of stuff. So, what do you declare you do? The moment you trigger getting caught, we're going to skip to the next team. And basically, we're going to allow you guys each to do your free actions up until the point you actually engage into combat. If there's anything you wish to wait for, Marsh, say you're like, I really hope that maybe Alistar has a plan, you can choose to pass this and we can go to them. But you still won't be considered caught or seen in combat until the moment of your events occur.
I really hope Alistar has a plan.
Okay.
Oh God.
You last saw Colburn in a location, say, Z index 10. I don't know if you can see this. Can you see the little circle on your screen? Right here, maybe?
Yep, I can see that.
Perfect. So that's where that would be the inside of the structure in which the window you shot Covert from. So
Okay.
this would be considered like, landing on the second floor on like the roof, and then you'd have to jump through the window here.
Gotcha. How long are these poles in front of me? These like logs.
It's a huge stack. You can imagine that they're built, that these are like made and harvested for the sense of, construction and whatnot. It goes up about 7 or so feet for the stack itself. The pole length is easily hitting varies between 10 to 14 feet, depending on which pole you choose.
Cool. I'm gonna wait for either one of Henry's bombs to go off or a spell or something to happen. But I'm gonna pick up one of these logs, run up, lean it up against the side of the building, and use it to try to climb up into the window that I just shot
You
through.
got it. So you're going to wait for a bigger commotion to then try to haul
Try
this
to use that as
massive
cover.
log.
Yeah.
You got it. You got it. Henry, would you like to dictate your return from your POV?
Okay, so
Hold on. Let me give you your POV.
Okay.
Hold on. That's not your POV.
Hey, Alistar. Everywhere.
What? You see Alistar? Oh, he's just teleporting around.
Yeah, I guess he's just there. That's
Yeah.
good.
Hold up.
I guess Alistar does have a plan.
He does. He'll be there with you every step of the way. Now throw a bomb, you crazy bastard.
If I recall correctly, I lit a giant fucking bomb last time, so we're just waiting for it at this point.
Oh yeah, with a long fuse.
Yeah,
Oh,
long
yeah.
fuse. So, Henry's a ways off. Make sure I know where I'm at.
You'd be here. I gave you the honor of being able to scale the mountain range around you to get the advantage over the wall and see what's going on. Technically, you would have Marsh over here.
Yeah, that's what I was just gonna say.
We'll move
Okay,
these guys because they are
so
somewhere
do
off
I
over here.
notice that, like, there's action going on there?
Oh
Like,
yeah,
that
you can
we
see
shot somebody?
so you can't see the building. You would have like I don't. You know what? Let's give me a perception check to see whether or not you would have seen Marsh at all. Goblin Cleaver, you're 100% aware is causing a huge commotion. There's just swarms or hordes of goblins just dashing out of their camps, just throwing themselves, and you just see limb after limb just flinging in the air. It's like a sous chef just chopping away at goblins.
Goblin Cleaver, guys.
As you
Please
look,
come.
you don't necessarily see him because he'd be behind the tent, but you do see a glint of the bolt from the crossbow fling across to your left, going off into the building. You're not certain of the results, but you see that happen, and then there's like a pause. You're waiting. You hear the commotion going on. You hear Goblin Cleaver just like just sweeping away like he has a broom in his hand.
I think
You don't
Henry
see
would be
Marsh.
like, "Oh bloody hell!" Like he would know what's about to happen here. He's seen this kind of thing before. So I'm on the like mountains by the wall. Like, how big of a gap is it from where I'm at to that wall?
It'd probably be somewhere around 6 or so feet, but you're also probably 7 to 8 feet higher than the wall.
Oh, these
So
are
with
some
a
shitty
solid jump,
walls. They should have
you can
demolished
make
this
it.
shit. I'm gonna just jump onto the wall and start running towards my allies there.
So you jump onto this wall, and this wall is probably standing 15 feet off the ground.
I don't care. My guy's used to jumping from heights. He's gonna jump off that wall.
Give me an acrobatic check as you jump off that wall and tumble behind this building. And let me pull you.
Uh-oh. My front. Oh, there we go.
Nice.
Noise.
You, good sir, appear here. The 20, you easily just slip right down to the wall. Ugh. Now you can hear the commotion even clear. You literally just hear these heavy grunts and puffs, and then you just like screaming and crying, and then they're just instantly getting even further silenced. You are behind the wall. You are not seen within this commotion. You could see what looks to be briefly just off to the just opposed of the entrance. And now you can see the structure. You see upstairs, there's 2 windows. There's one there and there. I guess I could put a circle on the other one too. Marsh, you know what's the north one? Though
Sorry, what was that?
I'm putting a second circle for the fact that there were 2
Oh,
windows.
I can see that. I can see that now.
But you know that you shot him in this one. Henry's not certain which window it was shot in. You do see 2 windows in that building, Henry, and you imagine that the shot was shot into one of those. What do you wish to do?
Well, I'm still waiting kind of for the countdown to finalize. So,
How long was the fuse?
So it was originally 2 minutes.
Oh yeah, you got some time.
Yeah,
Probably
it's
like
been some time.
you probably got like a cool
I guess
solid 30 seconds.
Henry's gonna try to just like nonchalantly like walk up to the group as in like he is supposed to be there the whole time at this point.
What-
Maybe just like
What
whistle him
group?
a little bit.
What group?
Chilling, walking around.
To where Goblin Cleaver is. That's where he
Oh,
wants to
Mike.
get
Okay.
In the middle of the fight.
Yeah, he's just
Absolutely.
gonna like
Going
look
outside.
over at like any
He's gonna be
goblins that
dangling
are
his bomb
around
in
and
his
do
hand,
exactly
you know?
that kind of thing. Yeah, like, oh, hi Mike. Yeah. Oh, there's some commotion over there, right?
So as you come around, you see a swarm here between you and Goblin Cleaver that does have the focus of Goblin Cleaver and is heading in that direction. We will pause there for you, and we will then bring the POV back to, or I'll just drop you guys on the map. I think it's time. Unless do you guys want the POV for any kind of purposes, or you understand where you are?
I understand where I am.
Beautiful. So boom, boom, boom. We got the trio here. We still don't have a Chad. Hope we get him soon.
He's steady missing
Oh, did he just message us?
in the war room.
Yeah, I'm over here DMing a game. You think I can look at everything? Hold up. What did he say? Someone tell me.
Just that'll be on soon, I think. That's all.
Oh, got it. Okay. Got it. Sweet.
Would I have seen Henry jump down and yell stuff? Did he yell at Goblin Cleaver?
Sorry, who?
Henry. Like, I guess I'm asking if Mark
Henry.
would have noticed
No.
Henry.
No, it was-
Henry's not gonna yell at Goblin Cleaver. He's gonna be trying to like blend in with the
Yeah, it was like he was
goblins.
joking about how he would be approaching them, but in that nonchalantly manner. That's how he would feel, in the sense of getting close to them.
Henry's playing Assassin's Creed right now. That's what he's doing.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try and use the
doing
blending
that push,
function.
that
Yeah.
color. Next thing you know, he's attacking GC with the sword. He gets in
Waiting
a
for
case of
his
identity
chance.
crisis. He rolls a wisdom check to see if he's a goblin or a pirate. Oh, I love it. All right, well, Alistar and Darko, you guys are gonna have the toughest quest right now because you have to imagine how honestly Chosen would react because he's gonna pop in later and he's gonna be pissed if we put him in a bad situation. So it's on you guys, not mine. So what is it
Chosen
you
won't
guys
go
would
in
go?
now. Chosen no.
As I feel like
Chosen just think we have plan first. Not like
Chosen
Goblin
already has a
Cleaver.
plan. But you bring me in with Birdman. Birdman send in. I'm like, all right, calm down. Calm down, Chosen, you're crazy. You're gonna just take birds in? Are you psychotic? We'll die.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
perfect timing.
look at the
You're
timing.
crazy, Chosen. You're crazy. We're not going to just fly in there on birds.
You just crazily suggested that you fly in on birds like Griffin Cavalry, and Alistar has called you crazy. How do you respond, Chosen?
Sorry, I need to catch myself for a second. Let me have a little sit here. 1 second. I don't even remember the voice, so give me a
You're
second.
good.
Give him a
I'm gonna
drink.
flip you to a POV so you understand your guys' current position. This is Henry's, so don't get confused.
Okay.
Remember how I was
Darko,
telling
tell him
everyone
that's
else?
insane.
Huh?
We can't just fly in there. Explain, Darko, explain.
Chosen think we do something crazy, rash, Quick! No one suspect flying orc, half orc, and flying other things to come in and take them on. We
That's so
must
true.
help crossbowman. You stay here and defend front line. I leave owl bears to protect. When
I'm
we
not near
done,
you.
when we done killing, you then have birds come pick us up. This
I'm
work.
not near you at all.
No.
Sounds
We
like-
come. We go in.
Talking to us. It's cool.
Get,
Okay, I
Damn
got
it,
you.
Chosen, but I can't deny that logic. Too damn smart. Doing right away.
chosen is the chosen one for reason. Stabby man, Cobalt, stay here with you too and hold the front lines. And Captain man, help barrage with bomb thingies. And he Chosen pulls out his bombs and leaves him with Alistar.
Damn it, what will I do with these? I'm a magician, not an
How many bombs did you have, Chosen?
I had 2.
2, you got it.
an artillerist. That's a real word.
I mean, I guess I could take them with me and drop them like
Yeah, do that. That's
as I
fine.
go. So never mind. I'll do that. I'm gonna take them and as I'm going in, drop them.
I don't know what to do with bombs.
I take
Okay.
them back. So
That's
as I'm
gonna be
going in, I'm gonna
distracting.
and,
Alright, cool.
and blow them up as
Alright,
as
well,
we're going
I'll
in.
cast
Sounds
Conjure
very
Animal.
Henry approved.
Now, for this to work, Arco D², my favorite small person of all time. Only small person I actually like, aside from No, Cobalt, kind of meek.
Well, I'm glad you
Yeah,
finally
okay.
came around.
You're in there somewhere in that mix.
But I'll take top 5.
Can
Take top
you
5.
can you get in there and join crossbowmen on balcony to fight white goblin thing?
Say no more. And I will cast a gaseous form on myself.
8 giant owls. Okay.
Alright. Prepare for the army of owls.
Hold
I'll
up.
put a Nancy onto the head of one of the owls.
Oh my god.
I can view from the sky as well. I'll tell the owls, take him where he wants to go, fly into the sky, and then just wait for him to signal you to pick him up.
You got it.
The signal will be this.
Perfect signal. Perfect.
All right, 1 second. Let me transfer you guys all to the other map, and then you guys can go about positioning. Right, Darko, you win in gaseous form. Boom. Let me
Yeah.
get you your owls. 1 second.
Last
Oof.
thing. Can owls pick up crossbowman and take him to ledge as well?
Certainly.
We will
I'll
need
talk
this.
to one of the birds and describe it to the one of them.
Okay. So
That's way easier than me trying to run up with this fucking log.
Might already have run up the log, and then the bird will
Yeah,
just
that's
get
true. Who
confused.
knows? Depends how loud the explosions
So-
are, I guess.
8
What
giant
I do
owls.
God, just a fucking flock of owls.
will be very distracting.
Hold
It
up.
is.
What do you call
We-
a bunch of owls?
parliament.
What is it's a parliament?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Amazing.
1
You know what
second,
that
I'm
says to me,
gonna-
though? Is that no one thought to think of to name a group of owls until after the word parliament already existed.
Yep. That is true.
a
Whoops.
group of owls.
2. That's 2. Whoops.
Group of
That's
owls.
dead. Whoops.
Nope.
Whoops. Whoops.
No, we need to fix that.
Hold on. Hold up.
So
Hold up.
make a
I am
parliament of
trying
owls.
to find like a cool outline for it so that
I like that they
We
call it a
can find it
murder of
better.
crows, which just goes to show you that.
Hey guys, I'll be right back. 1 second.
you're good.
But murder's like an old word, you know? I feel like murder's probably older than parliament. I don't know.
Parliament's as old as time.
There we
First
go. Ooh,
parliament
that's
came
bitching.
after the
That's
invention
sick.
of the wheel, and they had to
Probably before.
read how to use the wheel.
It's like right there at the beginning of the Bible. No.
All right. So we got
Cain,
So
Abel,
who's
and Parliament.
who's
Yep.
taking it now?
One right after another.
So Chosen is taking it now. Who else?
Darko
I mean, I'm
went
trying.
gaseous
I'm
form.
trying to stay invisible, so I definitely won't have just like an owl chilling around me.
Well, yeah, I
Okay.
mean, you're also a gaseous form. How high can you go up with it?
10 feet at a
Flying
time, right?
Yeah, you get flying
It's
speed.
flying speed of 10 feet.
Look at that. Chosen literally has an owl. How cool. He has wings.
Doesn't give me a height though.
Then you can
So
go
you
as
can
high as you
fly.
want. But
Yeah, I
No.
was gonna say I could just
Like
go
an
up and
owlbear.
over the wall
So many tokens.
through
Here,
a
I thought I
crack.
was prepared.
or through a crack. Doesn't really
Yeah.
matter.
Through the broken window I made for you.
Perfect.
Yeah, there you go.
Broken window, you go. You can pick up his
So
owlbears
the
if you
owl
want,
bears are
but
also getting picked up.
I don't know if Chosen wants them.
Oh, okay. So who else is getting picked up? Just Chosen?
Bring the owlbears. Yeah. Go ahead.
Is
Just
Alistair getting picked up?
owls per owlbear. Probably be able to. You can carry what 190 pounds, right? 13 strength. It's like 15 pounds.
Don't manage.
So, but if they're large, it's doubled.
Yeah.
Oh shit! All right, they can each carry an owlbear by themselves. Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah.
What can
That's why
owlbears
half orc.
carry?
I don't remember if half orcs have that ability, but I know Goliaths do.
Ooh, I'm medium sized, but I have 11 strength. That means I could probably carry a good 160 pounds. That's a lot of weight.
Oh,
I mean-
the owlbears aren't coming with me. They're staying
There we go.
in front
There
to
it
protect
is.
Alistar. While Alistar
Yeah.
casts Fireball over and over and over and over again, and Cobalt stays back as well to protect the front line.
Heard the
Yeah.
man. I'm gonna be casting firebolts over and over and over and over and over. That's my plan.
And potentially the one special superpower that
Potentially my superpower, but I'd need to know where you are. I'd need to be near you.
Okay, good
I
shit.
got it all.
Can I move
All
my
right.
shit?
Did I
Huh?
come in
Oh, I
so I
can.
can use my superpower?
Say what?
I don't know that I'm gonna be able to move.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Move
That's one of
out
the
away
owls
from the
just right
wall.
here.
I mean, no offense, but you're trying to walk through the wall, go around it.
Can I go around it?
Yeah. No, I mean this way, fool. Yeah.
Which way?
Like you guys forgot how to play.
One of the owls stays with me in case I decide to go in.
Okay.
Oh, there you
So
guys are.
hold up. Give me a second. Let me figure this out.
can the owl can't shouldn't I have like 2 big owls carrying me? And
You can
then
have
one comes behind to pick up Crossbow Man.
So you only want to fly in with 2 or 3? Sorry.
Send
Three-
half
three.
the owls their way. Send most of them. I just need one with me. Or they can have all the rest. Doesn't matter.
Well, yeah, because we would want them to like almost kind of like be a flock, so it almost like guides or not guides, but disguises me.
Obfuscates.
Yeah, that's it.
That's a
That's
great
the word.
word.
Yeah,
And
Today,
obfuscates.
everyone, we have educated ourselves further in the understanding of verbiage.
Seven come with me.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I
he
know. I'm
gets
just tying these ones to you specifically.
Yeah.
So when you move, those ones move. Cool. And then the other, I'm going. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna make a template because I'm not gonna change this template after the first time. We're gonna have one solo that's obviously gonna go and grab Marsh at some point, right? So we'll keep that one off to the side, and when I need it, I'll pull it over there for Marsh. The rest are all assumed that it's the full flock of 7. For visual understanding.
Stay safe, Alistair.
You could also delete them, and we can just imagine birds carrying them in.
But we can literally just have them all together. Just
You
a
can
little
have
What
bit
if
of
they get murdered?
birds.
setup, and then the magic
What if
is
they
there.
drop fire?
What if they drop
They
fire?
might. That's why 7 of them go and 1 stays. Because then, if a couple die, we'll still have a few to pick you up. He's prepared. He knew what he was doing.
Exactly. We keep one back. That's 1,
Okay.
2, 3, 4,
So this one,
5,
keep back.
6, 7. Cool.
All right, cool.
Yeah. shit's about to get real.
Hold up, we're actually gonna
Yeah.
move
You
this
go
one
right.
back because I don't know what it's stuck to,
All right, cool.
and then this one.
Okay.
I can move it. I can't move that one. The other one unless I have a special. Boom,
Go to
and
town.
then we got whoops.
Ooh, yeah, they turn in unison. Pretty.
We got chosen flying in. Okay.
Hey, that's how Parliament works on there, right?
Mm-hmm.
Now, with this understanding, let me fix some height.
Shit, I need to review my spells. I totally forgot what my spells were that I was gonna go in with.
We got Darko going from the ground. We got Chosen flying from the sky. Chosen moves faster, so Darko, you're a little behind.
That's okay.
Before you guys move further, the front line is going to be. So you guys, in anticipation is you guys are grabbing and going. Okay, with Cobalt and the Owlbears watching the front with Alistar, correct?
Hmm.
Beautiful.
Watching the front, I'm shooting fireballs from the back.
Protecting our escape route.
Now, real quick, I don't know if Henry or Chad were here, but here's how the enemy, these big goblins work. These big goblins are hordes of goblins. They do max damage if they are above 50% health. If they are below 50% health, they do a reduced amount of damage. They have advantage on any spell effects that would have to target a single target because you are targeting a massive 8 to 12 goblins. I think I said 8 to 10 earlier. Imagine 8 to 12. Let's amp it up. They currently are distracted by a Goblin Cleaver. Nobody else on the team has been noticed or seen as of yet. In the event that you guys get
Where
closer,
is Ill Will?
have you summoned him yet? Sorry.
Yeah, he was summoned last time.
Okay. One second.
Should still be in there with Goblin Cleaver.
So then he'd be like right here, probably. So something like that. All right. So Ill Omen is with
Yeah,
Goblin
Omen,
Cleaver.
that's right,
Boom.
Yep.
Helping actually Goblin Cleaver significantly. When you say do you mean like when they attack you, do they have advantage because they're a swarm? I assume that's what he's saying. No, the goblins don't have advantage at all when they're a horde because they do significantly more damage and they have a lot more hit, and they are never treated as a single entity. They also can occupy any space that a small goblin can. So what they can do is they can be on the same tile as you guys, and then potentially use unique features being such. You guys will be considered surrounded at that point. So consider that. You never want to be on a tile in which a horde is because then you're completely surrounded. Otherwise, until you guys pull aggro or get their attention, they are only attacking GC. GC is doing great right now. He has at least a stack of 12, 14 dead goblins at his feet, and it's piling up high. These are simple for him. Also, I wanted to ask, and not necessarily ask, but I wanted to make sure, did everyone hear their message before coming into the session?
I did not. Sorry. I was building a TV and.
Oh, you did. You messaged me back saying.
Oh, I
reply.
read it.
Yeah. Oh, you didn't read
Is
it.
it the
Oh,
same?
you read it.
I didn't.
It's the same
I
thing.
didn't
Yeah, it's the
listen.
same script.
Same.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then good. Yeah.
Yeah, I just sent that in case you guys couldn't understand it. So, also consider, the mindset that everything is placed in. With that,
Yep.
I am going to select you guys and let's get into
Real
initiative.
quick on Marsh, I had cast a litany of buffs.
Yep,
Technically, they would not have disappeared, and there's one that I was concentrating on.
Okay.
Marsh or Stan, do you remember all of the things that I had buffed you with? And
yeah.
so I can
the first
remember.
one was the one that we share. Like I take half damage basically.
Warding bond.
Yep, warding bond.
Yep.
And so you'll also know if I'm taking damage because you're gonna get hurt too. And then I think you cast Bless. Is Bless concentration? I don't remember. No, maybe we just talked about Bless.
Yeah.
It would be concentration though.
It would be concentration, but it. Yeah. Okay.
Was warding, because I know for sure you cast warding bond.
And I did shield of. No, so what I did was I did shield of faith.
Okay.
That's what I did. That has concentration, and I did warding bond. and then I gave you. No, I didn't give you guidance. What did I give you? Motivational speech.
Oh yeah, I have temporary hit points. I have extra temporary hit points too.
Yeah. So motivational speech. That was for everybody. So everyone has 10 hit points.
Oh, I don't anymore, but I think I got hurt.
Yeah, everyone. Well, let's put it
At
on right now.
5
Motivational speech would have been
Yeah,
5.
5 10. Yep, 5 10 hit points.
Oh, I
Yeah.
do. I do have 5. I'm sorry.
I have
I do.
5 as well. Alistar should have 5. Arco should have
have
5.
it, and Henry.
And Henry should have 5.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, and then warding bond. Okay.
Henry has it. Yeah. Cool. All right. And then, so warding bond, the way you're saying it works is if Marsh takes damage, you guys split it.
Let me put it.
Yeah, just pop it in the chat for me. Yeah, perfect. And then if you guys can roll your initiatives. Please.
Yeah, good shit.
Jeez, Cobalt. Why we bring him along?
Lord.
Starting off our rolls real weak,
Yeah.
except for chosen. Chosen rocked it.
Oh, I have to roll for Goblin Cleaver too. I'm sorry, I didn't want to.
Dang, yeah, you guys went in. Love it. Love it. All right. Well, now that we have everything established, if anything comes up that wasn't addressed that, pops into mind and we can completely remember or justify, by all means, do so.
The real quick, the balcony that we're dropping on, is that here? Is that up above?
You guys have no clue where Marsh is.
No, but we know where the balcony is because
Oh
we
yeah, it would
saw
have been
prior.
It would have been. It would be in front of where these two circles are. Can you see these
Cool.
circles?
So this is So that's where we're going to be dropped.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Oh, so you guys are going to drop and not scoop them up first.
So we're going to scoop Marsh up. We're keeping them here, and I'm going to drop. When I see them, I'm going to drop bombs.
Got it, in the center point. Okay.
Yep.
Well, we'll go through it as we go through it. We got a lot happening. Let us begin. Cobalt
Fucking go.
stands at the front, and he looks to you, Alistar. Can you make spikier? And he holds his spear before you.
Good. Not gonna.
He gets his. He pulls like a flint from his pocket. He goes, "Hey, do then." And you just see, ting, and you just see sparks. Like, it is so sharp. It is unnecessary for it to be further sharp. It's cutting the flint, not the opposite. It's not even sharpening at this rate. It's so sharp. And he just starts doing that as he looks to the owlbears and he starts talking to them. Do you speak Goblin at all? I don't remember.
I do.
You do. Well, in Goblin, he says, and specifically Goblin, he tells the owlbears. He seems to think for a second. What you understand him saying is, you're not even sure if the owlbears understand, but he's telling the owlbears, if you hear these kinds of screams, it means they're already dead. Don't waste your time. He's kind of like giving them war advice in goblin language, hoping that they recognize the sounds in some manner or another. Chosen, we begin flight with you. Captain, where are we going?
What is the?
That's a great question. 60 feet.
Okay, so then 60 feet would be.
It has the drag ruler now works again.
Okay, hold on 1 second. Can't see me. Okay, so I'm here. So then 60 feet. So then here.
You should be able to drag it freely without using the
here.
ruler anymore.
Okay.
Stop pulling
To
you?
movement collides with at least one wall.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Hold up. It's because of the stupid building right there. Gotcha.
Good.
What?
Oh, you ran out of the building. I can't believe it.
Yeah. Oh no, you flew a little too low there, Chosen. Your weight
Yeah,
really
all
does
good,
pack,
all
pack, a,
good,
pack a
all
difference.
good, all good.
As you
And
fly
then
forward, excuse me, you immediately see the scene before you. You hear the goblin girls and the huffs of GC and the snarls of ill omen.
Okay.
And you see a bloodbath before you. Though
60
there's
feet.
movements in the tents here and here that seems to be
Okay.
like bulging from the tarp, like it's trying to push out of the tarp, or
Yeah.
something is happening within.
Okay. I cast Sacred Flame on the tent.
Okay. Give me an attack roll as you chuck a sacred flame at it.
It's just a damage. It
Oh,
says
it's just
60
like
feet.
a thing.
Yeah,
Dexterity
so
saving throw.
it's a dex saving throw, but if I'm attacking an
So
object,
you kind of like burn a little hole in it because it doesn't catch on fire because it's radiant. But as you hit it, you do like sizzle a quick hole, and you do see what looks to be like you see an eye, like a. Let me look at your character sheet real quick. 1 second. You hear like a heavy, disgruntled, not orcish, but you know that tone. Rolls. Anything else? Sir?
would they need to try to dodge that or no?
No, you hit the tarp on the outside. You didn't actually hit them on the inside. You burned a hole to expose a aspect of them,
Oh.
recognizing that it is trolls
Yeah.
on the inside.
Okay.
Or
Got it.
troll, depending.
A troll, at least a troll.
Absolutely.
I use my bonus action to 60 feet. So if I see a troll, I use my bonus action and drop the
So
spiritual
a hold
weapon.
action is only on an action, not hold bonus action, unfortunately.
No, it's not. I'm not holding. I'm using my bonus action to cast spiritual weapon. I said hold on 1
got it,
second,
got it,
'cause
got it. Okay.
I was just checking it.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Then
Okay.
grab chosen one spiritual weapon.
Yeah. And then he's gonna attack the troll that I see.
All right. You cast it on the inside, so we'll say you can't see the spiritual weapon other than its pink glow within the tent, and it is going to swing an attack. Let me drop its token real quick.
Okay.
You don't see obviously much more than the fact that there's a troll inside.
Yep.
But there will be a further description otherwise, so I'll leave that scene for now. Go for it, target and attack. I'll move it up so you can actually hit it.
Okay.
Ooh, is it being ill omened?
Technically, no. It's on the same space as it's down one space, putting it center just outside. But I moved it so he can. I can just move it.
That's
But he's close. He's close.
Ooh. Oof.
Upon exiting, absolutely. Spiritual weapon swings. You hear inside the tent like a commotion as you see the movement from the hammer, and then you hear this troll. Absolutely, a troll chosen. Marsh, you hear it. Henry, you hear it. Alistar and Darko, you guys hear like a muffled kind of, but they all hear a. He pushes up, and you see the tent just kind of like lift, and the tent is now like kind of popped off of its pittons, and it's kind of like floating there as if it was on the troll's back. Something is a bit unnatural.
Did the 12 hit or no?
No, missed.
Okay. Got it. All right. That's my turn.
Got it.
That's exactly what I was fucking imagining.
With that, you hear a massive commotion. Henry, you see this horde of goblins running further into the fray to get in the commotion. You see this goblin cleaver get swarmed on as they're just all over him. You hear like, you just see nothing but a pile of goblins on top of him. There's not even a goblin cleaver to see, as you just see like a movement of like somebody, like a man covered in bees, just wondering what's happening on him. So let me get that real quick. when Chad's back, we'll get to element. I don't know if he has control of it. We'll touch that basis one after. Goblin Cleaver, you guys see just kind of completely covered. In doing so, he is going to do what he does best, and he is going to just kind of burst. You see, like this completely covered individual, just kind of like. You hear a couple
So-
screams and stabs. He's still covered, but something is happening with it.
Yeah.
Marsh, you hear a ton of commotion. Give me a perception check.
Okay.
Call it out for me as I go in. What do you feel?
Natural 20, maybe.
A nat fucking 20. Beautiful. You absolutely just instinctually look up. You see the shadows coming toward you fast. And then you see a spiritual flame fling from above. Motherfucking chosen. Flying. With two giant owls hanging, holding on to him. And what looks to be a parliament close behind. You then look around and you hear whistling. Who the hell? Henry. Motherfucking Henry's nearby. You don't see him because he's technically behind the tent, but you do hear whistling south of you. Yeah, I don't think you know much else, but that's what you see. You are aware of two allies and a parliament.
Okay. Well, that's what I was looking for. So I run up.
So your intention is to grab one of these logs, right?
These logs and use it to climb up.
All right,
balcony.
Marsh, give me that strength check. You are a single man picking up a 12-foot log. That's complete solid wood. I want to see this hustle.
Okay. Athletics or strength?
Athletics, if you have it, if you're proficient.
Ooh, not good.
You can push it like in a sliding instance, but lifting it from straight
I'll
off the
drag
pile
it.
is
I'll
a
try
little
to drag
difficult.
it. If I
So
feel like I can't pick it up, I'll drag it.
Okay, so you managed to push it about halfway off. It would take another action to push it further. What is up, Randall? So
See you
Shut
again,
up my
mate.
big ass blanket.
there we go.
+1 to all
Bonus
attack
action.
damage. Thanks for that blanket.
So that's my action.
Mhm.
Okay, that didn't work how I wanted it to. So I'll just wait and see
We
what the
have
fuck the
multiple
owls
ways.
do. I'm gonna wait for another distraction and then try to move the pole
You
again
got it,
later.
Henry.
Maybe if I feel
You give
stronger.
a low tune whistle that Marsh picks up on as you approach this mass of goblins, just revoltingly moving as if they were in some kind of synchronized beat.
Beautiful. Okay. As I get closer, I think so. They're attacking Goblin Cleaver right now, right? He's like
Yep.
in the whirlwind.
He is completely missing. You cannot see him, but you know that is still the focus. He is clearly alive if the goblins are still there.
Okay. Well, I'll use my tried and true then.
I mean, he should have disadvantage all session. I mean, I don't know, Star. You're giving me some interesting ideas. If you're sick and you come to session, you're considered poisoned. Haha.
Oh.
DMAs. Under
Then
conditions.
I guess I better not show up. You know, there's the flip side. So I'm gonna toss
that would be
a
hardcore
bomb.
D&D. Okay.
Yeah. And I'm gonna try to do it like over away from where I'm at, like on the far side of the mob. To try still like distraction, but explosives. You know.
You got it. Okay. So you want to ping me where you want it.
trying. I mean, I guess that is a goblin right there, right? But I'm assuming there's
Ye-
masses more I don't see.
Oh yeah.
Okay, well, it'd be like
This is
over that
probably
way.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's probably like 48 goblins maximum all in one site right now. And minimum maybe 30. Depending on how Goblin Cleaver's doing in there.
This might be Henry's
Okay.
best chance ever to kill a whole bunch of people.
And Goblin Cleaver's
Yeah.
raging, so he'll probably be fine.
No, yeah, he's doing great. But still a shit ton of
So
goblins.
that's
So buck
exactly
wild.
what I'm gonna do for my turn. I
Okay,
will
so
get
you-
ready with another bomb for the next turn. That's what I'll be prepared for. But yeah, I'm not gonna get too close. Like I'm gonna stay, a decent amount out of the melee going on, unless I get swept up in it.
Okay, so you throw this bomb. The closest wave of goblins gets hit. Give me some damage on that powder bomb. You didn't want to hit him because it says it's a 15-foot range, so that would absolutely hit him. So give me some damage.
Oh no, I wanted to hit them. What I
Okay,
wanted to
for
do
sure.
was like hit it on the other side over there.
Yeah, gotcha.
Just make them think I'm attacking from over
Absolutely, gotcha. All right, man. Both of these swarms in the immediate vicinity, right here and right here, from where you landed the bomb. You see this huge flash, just Marsh. You thankfully, Marsh, you weren't looking behind you because I could have blinded you briefly. But from behind, you just see this like white, just imbued. You look behind you, and you see like just this. Well, let's see. 7 points of damage. Bloop. Bloop. As you see
46 with 7 points damage. Weak sauce.
I know, man.
To Vegas, not right now at least.
I mean, 2 more 7s. Who knows? You see about
My
maybe
luck
4
isn't running hot right
goblins.
now.
Just
It
kind
doesn't
of.
surprise me.
You see 4 goblins. Marsh just just kind of falling off the pile.
Hey, 4
You
goblins.
see one little mass of them kind of like peel off of Goblin Cleaver, and you see an arm pop out and grab one of the goblins and bring them back in, and that goblin's gone. But the rest of that particular horde do look off into the attention of this area. As that happens, another thing occurs. Marsh, commotion from within this tent begins. You hear like a You definitely recognize that to be some sort of troll speech. You don't like trolls very much. You know how to kill trolls. I think everyone knows how to kill trolls, but no one likes fighting them for obvious reasons.
I don't know how to kill trolls. Marsh, how do you
Alistar
kill trolls?
doesn't know something?
I can't hear you.
You're too far
I can't
away.
hear you.
He can't
My
hear
hearing
and
sensor.
can't see. He's blind and deaf.
Yeah.
Alistar, you feel like there's an itch of something you want to know, but the person you want to ask is not present. What do you do at the gates of the Quiet Sigil?
Cobalt, I know, is just going to say stabby stab is how he would kill somebody, but if you'll allow it, I'd like to do 2. So I'm going to use a cantrip Mold Earth. Make some difficult terrain right under the bridge. Not that it matters where, really, but just like central.
Got it.
And then the other thing I was going to do would... Now I forgot what it was. And maybe it doesn't matter what it was. That's it.
Okie dokie. So that is considered difficult terrain. Are you sure that was only a cantrip?
Yeah, I don't remember what the other thing was, so I'm good.
All right. Darko, you see the ground behind you getting crumbled up and distorted. You imagine it to be none other than your ally, Alistair. You hear all this kind of commotion. You see Chosen getting farther ahead. What do you do?
Yeah, well, that plan pretty much gone to shit. So, because flying under gaseous form, combat's gonna be over before I get anywhere.
Isn't like 20 feet? It's like super
It's
limited.
10.
Oh, it's 10.
You can dash.
It's
So
like,
I'm yeah.
there's just like this fart cloud floating on by.
So no. So what I'm gonna do is I'll immediately dispel the
I'll get to
gaseous
you, Alistair.
form. And then as a
Can you get on a roof at least? And then like put some...
so Yeah, I guess I could do that. So
Give
let
us some
me.
cover.
Shit. How far? Hold on. How far?
Because maybe one of the
Can't
giant
see
owls
that.
could pick you up in a second.
Just unpoop and run back to us. And I'll lay
Difficult
my
terrain
owl.
now. It would take me forever.
My God, that's so
Yeah,
far.
there's no way I could dash 50 feet under gaseous form. So is this
What about
is
here?
is this building back here? Oh yeah, I guess I could do that. Let's see how
Yes, the
far-
door is here if that's what you're asking. But the building
Could I
itself is
get
a single floor.
could I get 35 feet on a dash under gaseous form?
Give me a acrobatics check as you take a deep breath and you put all your oomph into gassing yourself high enough and farther enough with
I had a
enough
lot of
oomph.
cheese for lunch.
Yeah.
As you go,
He didn't eat
you
his lactate today.
It was almond
you
milk.
you fluff yourself through to the point where upon movement, sorry, I'm trying to get a Nasi over this fucking thing real quick. 1 second. As you wanted to fart your way up there. Boom, done. All right. Nasi is on the farthest one in the back, okay, Alistair? You just kind of poof yourself over. You're just like really pushing it. As you do, you break your gaseous form midair. And in doing so, you kind of like are focusing so hard. There's like a just kind of popping out, giving you just enough for you to dangle and hold on. You are not up there. It will take half the movement to climb up there next turn, but you are dangling as you're now like sitting there, like, oh fuck. As you look up and now you see everyone is just making things happen as you're just kind of useless leaving
Get
yourself
other
along the side
kinds
of a building.
advantage for having sharded himself.
It was more of a gaseous push more than a
Oh,
shard.
okay.
Yeah.
I
There
don't
was
think
real
a shard.
gas.
I think a shard would have brought him down. It was more like an anchor. That would have been like a crit one. You would have just like landed with like a concrete drop, you know.
Well, then I guess that'll end my turn. Then I suppose if I'm hanging off the side of a fucking building.
You know, I gotta say, John, almost all of your characters experience some kind of physical embodiment that is concerning to a natural person.
Yeah, that's
If it's
true.
not giant ball juice spilling all over Tommy Jones, I don't know what else is happening to all your characters.
Yep.
Do we know-
Cobalt.
Do we no longer do random or
You know,
reassignments?
that's a great question. I don't know why I didn't do that.
Rando.
Let me fix that. You know, there was a lot of updates recently since we actually had this particular world open. So, yes, let me fix the random.
Also okay if you want to leave it. I like chosen at the front.
But
I mean, me too.
Initiative is half the
Me
fun.
too, but
I mean, I'll do it for you.
I
guys.
feel like it's unnatural to do it this way.
Yes.
It's a little
Reroll.
off. So, because I don't have it set to automatically roll, I will allow you guys to re-roll it yourself. We'll go ahead and fix it then.
Chosen back at the front anyways.
Hell yeah.
Chosen, I was going to ask you.
The
Do you have
owlbears?
control over ill omen? No. The owlbears are considered. The owlbears are acting on Kobold's turn in the event of you being absent. They can't hear any orders.
Got it. Okay, sounds good. I have a shirt just like that one that says the Bay. Oh yeah. I should, huh? No.
It's
Ill
like the
Omen-
same initiative almost,
Yeah,
with ill omen swapping places and Darko catching up.
Yeah, no. Ill Omen is its own thing. It does its own
Got it.
thing.
Okay, that's what I figured. I just wanted to verify with you.
Yeah,
Nonetheless,
that's why this is the
Chosen.
only time it felt right to do it.
To let it go wild.
Yeah.
With the parliament behind you, what do you do?
So I am going to let's see. Okay, so perfect.
Yeah, you gotta get right on top. Oh, Alistar, you see in Anasi's eyes this overview of the entire area. You know what? Because of that, and you know what? You two chose it because you guys are flying.
Got such good view. Beautiful out here.
Yes, such good view. Absolutely.
Would it be 2 attacks if I dropped 2 different bombs, one here and one here? Can I only do one at a time, or can I do both as I'm
I'd
flying.
say you can drop both in the sense, but
Okay.
let's say from your guys' point of view, you guys are probably up here in the up kind of vantage pointing like here, like
Okay.
so. As you guys hover in, you would then be in like this kind of POV of just flying over like a bomber, like 60 feet would get you in the dead center. Obviously,
Okay.
we're in placement, but I figured from a vantage point, give you guys a little view.
Cool.
So that's your guys' current
No,
placement.
120, right?
Cool.
120 feet.
Say that again. Oh, if he
120 feet.
if he were to dash, but because
They
he's
might as
technically
well.
in,
They're
but he
just
wants to drop
birds.
the bombs.
Oh, but I wanted to drop the bombs and
Yeah.
then
I mean, you're still in the air, so you're
and
technically
then I
escaped
dash
from.
because then I dash on my next turn to get here.
Gotcha.
So you fly forward.
So okay, so I drop the bomb here on the tent, and
Okay.
then one basically right.
So for the instance of me being able to grab you again, I'm just gonna put you up here because there's so much
That's fine.
shit going on right there. But yes, you yourself, or I could probably just move. You can move there, but all the other birds, fuck no, that's way too much work for me. Oh no, we lost one of your birds. What happened? You became
It's fine. Just keep
disloyal.
them over there.
Oh
Just
no,
keep 'em
never
over
mind.
there.
No, you got them both. You got them both. Never mind. I was tripped.
Yep.
The horde was covering them. Anyways, so you fly over. You drop a bomb.
Literally just drop it as I light it, drop it, and then drop it the other one.
Let us see how they do. I'm gonna give you what is that? 1, 2. I think it's 5. 5 dex checks, and then a goblin cleaver and an ill omen.
Where I
Goblin
don't.
Cleaver would
I
have
have
They're
the
all
advantage.
within
bombs.
15 feet.
Henry, can you pop the bomb? Or I don't, because I don't have them in
Oh
my
yeah,
inventory.
just the informational.
Check or saving throw?
Saving throw. 12. This is horrible considering that they have literally a +6. Like suck. Damn, goblin
Wow,
cleaver
they're
did
rolling
better.
so bad. Jeez.
I know, it's nuts. It's like they knew that they were a goblin horde and they're just like skewing it.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3,
Get
4.
him
One more.
Okay, so 5d6.
Dang, beastie. Okay, so 2 goblins.
So I roll. So I'm gonna roll 2 5d6s, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So
Wait, why
here's-
2? Oh yeah, because you're dropping 2 sets. Yes. So the first
So
set
seven-
drops.
17.
Now we're talking.
That's for
Throws
the
up a huge
troll.
flare. Oh, that's for the trolls first. Sorry, let me roll that.
Yeah.
It'd be a disadvantage because they don't see it coming.
Yeah. Okay.
Is the what's your save, Henry? Just in general, if it was like a check, do you have a DC?
30.
He said BRB, so who knows?
Oh,
Yeah,
let me look at his
72.
Let me check real quick.
I believe
If he
it's
has one.
4,000.
Mhm.
If I take all the modifiers into consideration.
15. So I do fail with the troll.
And then here's the second one.
Beautiful. So you do 17 damage. 9,
That was a smaller
5, 5,
roll.
5, 5, 5, 5
All
across
right,
the
man. We're
board.
going to Vegas. See you tomorrow.
Boom. 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 And then 2 of them take half, but that's still not bad. 12, I mean, on a half here. That's pretty fucking sweet. Jesus, you guys are just shredding through these dudes right now with these bombs. And you just like fly over like a, what is a stealth bomber? Just
That's
you
exactly
guys
what
hear these
the plan
massive
was.
explosions, Marsh. You
Plan.
just hear the.
2 more bombs.
You
people.
see just goblins in the center of this field just fly, just because of the amount of goblins over GZ took no damage, completely preventing himself from getting hurt due to the fact that he was covered in them. He was not just covered in goblins; he was covered in dead goblins. As the live ones on the very top of the pack fling and fly off, you then, from the POV point of view, that Anasi and Chosen have, just see what looks to be still, lifeless, smaller, disembodied. One looks bitten, and then arise something massive from a bunch, the pile of say 8 dead goblins. Just goblin Cleaver just yelling out in anger and anguish. He's covered in blood. You don't know if he's hurt, they're hurt, or what's happening, but he is still standing, angry. You can feel the intensity of his rage from the air. With such, that brings us to GC. You see him going about just kind of like
Wait. With my
pushing,
bonus, with my
ahead, sorry.
bonus action is attack on the troll again with the
Oh, go for it.
spiritual weapon. Where's the token for the troll?
Oh yeah, sorry.
All right. After this, it'll be out of my range, right?
Yes, for the sense. Oh yeah. So either you move the thing closer to you, or it will disappear.
Yeah. Oof.
Oof! Swings. You hear
Miss.
more commotion.
And then
Nothing.
it doesn't. It can only attack.
It can do one or the
It
other.
can either
Yeah.
one or the other, right? Okay, got it.
With that, you see Goblin Cleaver just start shoving the corpses like a snowplower. Just you see just all these goblins massing around him. Probably about 20 stand amongst all the dead. The ground itself is just getting seeped and soaked with the blood of its of its current residences. As Goblin Cleaver stares at all of them, he waits for their approach. Cobalt looks to you, Alistar.
Alistar is not there. Typical. You always spaced in mine. I know. Think you listen sometime. But you still stand here awake. How you do that, Alistar? Not be here, but be here.
Sorry, were you talking?
Always. Just always. I should stab you sometime. See if that wake up.
I have to concentrate. I have spells. Things are happening that you don't understand.
I stab when I see what understand is.
Marsh's turn.
Okay. Okay. Fuck, I'm gonna try to pick up the log again, I guess.
Well, you said you were going to push it and drag, so I'll allow
Yeah,
your
yeah, yeah.
continues to be smart about it.
Yeah, I'll do that. Yeah. I pick it up and I try to drag it. I drag it and try to push it up to here. Hold on, let me see what my movement is.
Give me.
Here, I
Are
guess.
you being loud about it? I mean, there's a shit ton of commotion going on, but you're also not by the commotion. So, I mean, the wood itself would make some noise, but otherwise, your personal actions, are you kind of like swearing when shit goes wrong or when you stub your toe, or are you
No,
kind of
I'm
like being
trying to.
quiet
I'm trying to murder this guy. I'm in business mode right now.
in your business mode? So, what would business mode be in the sense of your disposition of attention?
I would be. I heard the other explosions, and I'm like, oh, that's a good time to move this because I
You
heard
got
people in
it.
the tent next to me, and I was waiting
So
for something
you're
else
keeping
to go
yourself
off.
in sync with the commotion as you push and pull this log over, and you almost it'd probably take you a bonus action next turn to assemble it accordingly for you to then I don't know what you're gonna like I don't like PE it and like hug a pole and climb up. I assume I don't know if there's another tactic you had in mind.
Well, yeah, I mean, it would be like using it, like the fact that I can make it at an angle. Just trying to
Gotcha. Okay, so you're gonna
grab,
lay
like,
it up there at an angle, get it caught on something, and then try to like balance beam it up in a sense.
or
Call it
not
up, yeah.
necessarily balance it too much, just like climb up it, use it as a way to climb. I figured it'd be easier than
Okay.
climbing a sheer wall to a
True,
balcony.
true. Just like a vantage point for you to hold on to.
Yeah, like
Gotcha.
to just like set it on the balcony if I can, and then use it to climb up at an angle.
Makes sense. Okay, we'll dive into that once you get to your next turn. Alistar, you and your great conversations with Cobalt continue as Cobalt rants on your turn because he's an NPC and can do that.
Yes, I once stabbed something that blew up. Bad decision close range. So then I'd learn to throw. Think I can throw from here and hit still? I wonder how many be present.
You talk a lot. Let's continue making more difficult terrain.
None of you guys have hung out with him ever, to be fair. It's always been like a quick job. When he has nothing to do, he has
Least
nothing to do.
interesting cobalt I've ever met.
Yeah, that's all the kobolds. I think he said that the Coggle ones.
I like Kogel the Bogle. He's great.
Darko, you are dangling there with your little legs way from the ground. Like there's more distance between you and the ground than there is from you and the roof.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm gonna pull
You
myself up.
half
So
your
I'm gonna
movement
use
to pull up.
half the movement to pull myself up.
You're on top of this building. You smell what seems to be like a manure. Perhaps below you is a stable.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna run to. Well, I guess I can't do that. I can only run so far here
But you do have full vision of this from your POV.
from the vantage point. Okay, so I
Yeah.
can still see everything that's going on. I don't have to be
Right.
at the edge. All right, perfect. So now with the troll that has like the tent, like he's wearing it like a hat. Like, is it still on top of him?
It is completely obscuring his image. The only time I make it visible is when chosen attacks with a spiritual weapon. So
Okay.
yeah, you get. So it's like the tent's probably. Let me think. 1 second. The tent is standing probably an easy almost 2 feet off the ground with the troll standing.
Okay. Well, then I'm gonna use. Let me make sure that I can actually catch it on fire. Yes. I am going to use Firebolt to shoot at the tent with the intent of hitting whatever's inside, but also on catching the canvas tent on
All
fire.
right. On your attack roll, if you miss, you hit the tent. If you hit, you hit him.
Okay.
Or it, them, that. You fire. You see the opening that was created by, well, I mean, technically, to be fair, Chosen dropped an entire bomb on this tent with the troll inside.
Okay, so it's like
So the
tattered
tent.
remains. No.
So let me get into this description then for you guys. As the bomb exploded and you see the smoke finally dissipate, and Darko, you waddle your ass 15 feet after pulling yourself up.
Mhm.
You do not just see a troll. You see a troll with a huge wooden crate like aspect on its back, strapped to it with these belts. You see the tent that's like broken and like kind of fizzled from the initial explosion, slowly peeling off of him, going down to his waist and getting caught there like a hula dress. Completely unintentional. As he's just like, but you hear something like in this wooden crate on his back. It has what looks to be maybe 4 to 5 slits around it, based off of your point of view. Arrow type slits, making it very hard and obscured to see inside.
I mean, I don't know if it's too late, but can I adjust the aim of where I'm shooting? Because I still do intend to set something flammable on fire.
Absolutely. That's why I wanted to I was like, wait a minute, you would have seen the troll completely. Like it would have been obvious at that point because I forgot the bomb would have
Then
absolutely.
I'm gonna shoot at the wooden because I don't. I mean, I hear the thing, but I'm gonna shoot at what's wooden on his back in the intent
What's
of
flammable?
lighting it on fire.
Okay.
Let me damage.
So as you fire, the firebolt hits it. You see it kind of like light up. And then kind of like sit there in a simmer. Not so much like where it's like kind of where you char the wood to where it's hot, but it's not on fire. And the reason why is because it is being worn.
Okay.
But that of the parts of the tent do catch a little cinder. And kind of, you see the troll kind of like he doesn't obviously like that.
I am going to. No, never mind. That's I have to use that as a bonus action. Never mind. I think that's it. I think that's all I can do at this point because I use my movement as a bonus action, right?
No, you used half your movement
Oh.
after pulling yourself up.
have a feeling I know what you're gonna do.
I don't know what I'm going to do, so please tell me.
Oh, never mind.
Give me
That's
your
the thing you
thing.
always do with your
He's
bonus
like,
action,
help
and I
me
just
feel you.
assumed you were gonna do it again.
What do I
Like all of
normally
a
do with
sudden
my
it went
bonus
from
action?
killing goblins to killing obstacles. Darko.
You throw those like meteor things, right? I don't know. That's
Oh,
always
he
your
didn't
bonus
cast
action.
it
I
though.
cast
It's
my
not
new
active.
meteor.
Yeah. Yeah, he has to have it casted first.
Oh, never mind.
Mhm.
Sorry, I didn't understand how it works.
Normally
I just,
he uses it way in advance. Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
That's his normal technique. Yeah.
that's my beat.
Which, I had thought about that, but, I caught on a ledge and now I'm on a random roof somewhere. So,
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm sorry. I
no,
don't know
all
how your
good.
spells
I
work.
think
I just
you
know
should
that
use your
throw
bonus
meteors a lot.
action to throw air. So you don't have the meteor.
So,
Yeah,
The air.
just pretend. Yeah, it's
Flick of the-
just like
flick
a
of the wrist.
reflex. It's just like muscle memory. You're like, go to throw.
Yeah.
You're like 11 in season 4, and everyone
Just
wonders
look
why
up
you're
a
standing
fart
there.
at the group.
Shit, how far am I away from this guy? Oh,
He raises
shit.
his
Okay.
right foot, and there's just like a.
Okay, I'm gonna as my bonus action, I'm gonna cast Hex on the troll.
So what's the range of Hex?
90 feet.
You got it. Easy. 75. All right, the troll is hexed. Could have done that in the beginning. I love it. Huh. You would technically reroll that anytime you would hit it in the future.
Okay.
So doesn't actually do any damage now. Had you cast it first and then attacked, could have.
Got it. Okay.
But it is now hexed. Wonderful. That brings us to the goblins. Look up and start screaming as they're looking up. One of them head just starts rolling. Goblin Cleaver didn't like that one. Talk too much. Chosen, they are aware that you are above them, though none of them seem to be prepared for aerial combat, as they are all wielding swords and daggers to stab this massive foe before them. However, this troll looks in the direction and is just like, as he's throwing his hands up like he's pointing at you. You see this massive box like going, jiggling, then he like steps fast briefly and holds himself out. And then you see like a quick glint. Barrage of arrows flies in the direction chosen. For 16 chosen, your owls just dodge and dip out of the way as you just see 4 arrows just right past you. And then you hear like a in the distance. Apparently they killed some of their own. Marsh. You see popping out wooden crate first, then physical body, a troll in similar fashion. Not known to you, but chosen, you too see this. Anasi, you too see this. Darko, you also see yet another arrive from another tent further beyond. And he too jumps in. And he starts charging. The movement does not allow him to go any further, or else he would have stepped in for an opportunity to get in on it. However, his goblins are going to focus on the parliament that would technically be surrounding. "14 absolutely hits the first focus on their barrage. Oops, I rolled 2 attacks. My bad. I meant to roll. Not the highest amount of damage, but a solid amount nonetheless, as you hear the owls from above. Chosen, you are now one of the focuses, at least in the moment. The goblins continue their assault upon GC. He steadfast. However, there is a brief development. 2 more hordes appear. here, where they were shot by their own ally, and left on the side. That brings us to Iloman, who is also helping a good GC thrashing about and taking out goblins on his flank with advantages. Between Iloman and GC being there, it is really negating a shit ton of zombies. I would say zombies. A shit ton of goblins you guys would have to be fighting right now. So thank God they were placed there because they are just fucking shit up. With Iloman's disadvantage across the board to everything that's currently within 30 feet of him, is just mutilating these goblins right now. Henry, you see two just, from one side, you see a massive troll before you. On your left-hand side, you see like an Attack on Titan wooden crate just popping around, doop, 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 from behind the tents. But you do see two large adversaries of similarity, and you still hear a goblin commotion. You see Chosen in the parliament above. There is a complete shitfest going on.
I didn't expect any less from us. Um, Still such a large crowd going on.
Oh, this is like a fucking concert right now. The show is in the center.
Yeah,
Alistar's the security with Cobalt.
there's a pile of corpses.
Marsh
in
is the
middle,
guy
though.
gonna stab the artist that's supposed to come on next. You know,
Yeah.
it's a whole
He's
concert
Okay.
scenario.
So I'm gonna cast
trying to sneak
Swarm
backstage.
myself on the nearest swarm. Just
Okay.
assuming like all these poisonous spiders, right? Like they're gonna land on multiple different goblins and shit like
Got
that.
it. So you want to pop it over here. Okay.
Marco, run.
So you choose an entangle. You choose a single horde basically,
Ooh,
and they have to
nice.
make a save of Dex.
I
Got
just
it.
cast all these floating fucking poisonous spiders on these bitches. Fucking.
A 15 meets the DC. They do
Fuck.
pass. Is it a hit or suck?
What was that?
Trying to think if it's a hit or
Don't they have
it's a hit or
disadvantage?
suck. No, they have advantage to any spells casted against them being a horde.
Should spell
They have
DC
disadvantage to
or
any and all
take
attacks
poison and
against an
disadvantage on
opponent.
the next attack.
So this particular
Sucker save.
swarm that you focused on did save. So you throw the swarm at them. For flavor texts, you see the swarm grab a single goblin, and you're just like, damn it, you wanted more. But one goblin's like, ah! It's like scratching himself, trying to spot him off. He's not dead, but he's over here patting himself down, trying to. It's like he single-handedly smelled the most and attracted your poisonous swarm in their direction.
God damn it! One goblin who didn't shower enough. Okay.
Cheers.
I guess the last thing I'm gonna do with that. Sorry, guys. I know I don't sound the best. That's why I'm staying muted. I'm gonna cast Bardic on GC.
Okay.
And I don't know. I'm gonna sing something like "On the Wings of an Angel." I guess.
You got it. The Wings of an Angel for the one on land. I love it. Marsh. GC's next turn. Roll the inspiration for me if you can recall. I'll remember too if you don't, but
It's a D6 or D8?
is it D8 for you now, Henry, at level 9?
Yeah, it's a D8 now.
Cool.
You got it. Okay. You got it, good sir. With that brings us to another reroll. Everyone get your clicky finger ready.
Reroll. Reroll. That's what I'm talking about.
Ooh. Finally got a lead on my end.
Wow, I'm rolling doo-doo.
So is Cobalt now. It's like
Same.
Alistar bored him so much, he's just kind of like, whatever. I clearly
I'm
can't have a
concentrating
conversation.
over there. He's talking to
Yeah,
himself like a weirdo.
Whoa. Ooh, Henry taking the shine and the light. Sorry your throat didn't get a rest. Take a zip of your tea and let's make it happen.
Okay. Well, apparently I'm very unhappy about that not happening. So I'm gonna go back to a tried and true, and I'm gonna cast a scatter bomb on you. which is going to be the far
Nice.
group again, if I can.
On the other side. Okay.
Yeah, on the other side.
Apparently, the world news is Sir Lanky fled his country, going to Singapore. If I read that correctly. Sri Lankan president resigns by
Yeah,
email
Sri
after fleeing
Lanka.
to Singapore. All right, that's a good title.
It's a way to quit your job right there.
Yeah, I'm on vacation permanently. Suck it.
Permanent in Singapore, baby.
John, if I sell like $1 million in payroll, or not payroll, my
Combined.
fucking life, I'll just be I'm fleeing to
Oh my
Singapore.
god,
Later,
these
guys.
Yeah.
+6 goblins are
Combine me.
killing me. Fuck. All right, you chuck another scatter. Oh wait, one is actually in that zone. There's 3 in that zone this time. I can't believe I'm rolling so bad. There we go. All right, so
go.
one group of goblins. You see here another scatter bomb explode on the other side, and you hear like as a couple are hit. The damage for your scatter bomb was what?
5d6.
It's 5d6.
Roll 'em.
so-
Drop it on me, my
That
friend.
damage.
Amouge, let's go.
Come on.
Not that great. Wow.
Alright, so 12 or 6, depending on if they say it.
Oh,
Yep. That was a tough one.
Man, I've done 0 every turn. I think you're doing
I
great.
mean, to be fair, yeah, stat wise, he's pumping the numbers. At least
true.
you're hitting multiple targets at the very end. So
Yeah.
as you throw the scatter bomb, you Chosen and GC and Anasi see just more goblins just flying off. Some of them literally just getting like this like fragments of some kind of stone and minerals just put into their body from the scatter bomb itself. Was that the rest of your turn, Henry? No movement? You want to stay where you're positioned? So you say you have 30
he's got the big
seconds.
bomb.
We are on round 3, so it's been
2
18
rounds.
seconds. So you still got 12 seconds to throw it. You got 2 rounds. It is
Rounds for the
now.
big bomb to
I'll
explode.
come off a mute off of this. What I meant is like that big ass bomb I have out on the wall. Like how much time is left there? I guess it's been 18 seconds. Plus I crossed the wall, ran across.
Yeah, when you had gotten all the way down here, I had declared it a minute and a half. So then you only have 30 seconds left because you said you'd put a 2-minute wick on it. So you have about 12 seconds left.
Okay, I'm gonna prepare my coup de grace. Then you're gonna see me pull out another bomb and start sparking it, and I will hold my turn, even if I'm at the front, until the bomb goes. From now on, and
Got
when
it.
that does, I'm gonna toss a smoke bomb right into the heart of all this shit.
All the commotion. Okay. You got it. The first, the newly introduced troll is literally just pushing goblins out of its way to throw its claws. That is a 19 coming in for contact.
He's got a
unless-
disadvantage, does he not?
He does. He does have a disadvantage. So let me re-roll that.
Now we're talking.
Misses. It going with its multi-hit. So
Good call.
disadvantage. Good call. Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah.
And, when he swings once, he swings a second time. Let me just. No, I already have you targeted on accident. He swings a second time and picks up 3 goblins with one swoop. As they fly off into the air, and then he goes with a third attack with no purchase against Goblin Cleaver, as he's just like, he's pissed, he's angry. This thing is like 2 Goblin Cleavers in one, and just swinging wildly. Chosen, You feel, not true, but you feel that if this thing were to stick its arm out, it can just pluck you guys out of the sky. Because with the wooden crate and everything, it increases its visage to like 18 to 20 feet, depending on the wooden crate size, per troll. This one, realizing that it was shot at from a distance, marches off in this direction, dashes. Do you know Troll, Darko?
No, I do not.
No. You have no clue what it's saying, but as it gets closer, you hear on the inside. You understand Goblin, correct?
I do.
You hear from inside this wooden crate with arrow slits.
Hold on! Shoot the small one!
You then see a bunch of little glints of arrowheads stick outside the slits in your direction.
Great.
That's barrage fires. You have any reaction you'd like to use?
Oh, for Goblin Cleaver? Oh, no, never mind.
Mrs. Darko, I apologize. I didn't realize I still had you guys selected. I'm so sorry. That was my bad. All right, I missed Darko completely. Just kidding. They all fire. What is your AC?
17.
17, Jesus. For a small dude, you really already hit. You just see a volley of arrows just as they twang in your direction and hit the stone and just break. You stand there. Whoa. Not too shabby. Not too shabby.
Just admire. Watching a troll run by.
These guys move up. Oh yeah, it could make it to good old Illumin. This group is going to swing on Illumin with their scimitars. This horde of goblins just throw themselves at good old Illumin and miss completely. Sorry, I still have Darko for that. And this group is making their way this way through, and we'll join when they join. Illumin continues his ransacking assault. Let me see what he does. Rough times. Rough times. GC, roll me that inspiration die, which is, I believe, is a D8 we discussed.
Yep.
He kills 2 more goblins than he would have, as he completely slaughters the last of that pack. Thanks to Henry's bombs, he dwindled it down to 8 HP. Good job, Henry. Great job. As Goblin Cleaver finishes off the last 3 of them, picks up his, what are they using?
A great axe?
Great axe, thank you. He picks up his great axe and he just, like, throws his arm out in, like, a curvature swing of about 72 degrees. Chosen, you see a work of art from above. There's like this glint goes through 3 goblinoids, and all you see, like in an anime scenario, stop motion, splat of just red across the field. And then their bodies go limp and collapse to the floor. Goblin Cleaver is a monster bullet. Alistar, you don't know what this is, but you hear like a elevator kick in. Ding da da, ding da da, ding da da, ding da da. The ding is every time he hits his spear against one of the wooden poles as he waits at the entrance, and the da da is every time he touches it. He's like, da da. And you got this like little groove.
I'm liking Cobalt more and more.
What are you up
He's getting
to?
good. He even does music now. Playlist.
So what are you up to, Alistar? It is your turn.
Well, the only way I would see that troll if there was a
You
fire and he's
could-
in shadow. I see nothing.
Oh.
I don't see him because he's in the shadow of the building.
I mean, you see a massive rate of darkness blocking off the owls in the distance. So I'd say you see something.
I
No, he
see
does
something
see
over
because
there.
Anansi can see.
Yeah, Anansi could see.
Yeah, you see him.
Come on, my man. You literally said that you were looking through Anansi's eyes, and now you're saying you can't see none.
Yeah, I was. You're right. And I'm older. It's more difficult to read.
You just lost 2
All
six
right, I
packs.
see him, and I see Darko on the roof near him.
So what do you do now?
That's it. I just made the difficult terrain.
Continue to mold
I
Earth.
continue to stare. I continue to mold Earth and stare through the sky at Darko's poor situation. I feel so bad for him.
You got it. Marsh. You get
All
the
right.
pull up there.
Yep.
You hear a little commotion. You made some noise. It was going to happen. Gravity has a way of doing that. Give me an athletics as you climb up this with the intent to kill. It went from I shot somebody to I have to build an entire way up somewhere to now kill somebody that I might have not killed with my first shot. This is not a good feeling for you or Luan.
Can I do acrobatics instead of athletics?
Sure. Are you proficient?
Asking. Yeah, I am.
By all means.
I hope it matters.
You managed to get your way up there as you do. 1 second. You stand not immediately in front, as I think you'd be strategic, but adjacent to the window opening. Give me a perception check.
Hold on.
Silence.
Ugh.
There's no light.
Blind as usual.
Yep. My glasses
What
got
do you do?
fogged up. I
It's all
was
good.
sweating when I was climbing the thing. Glasses got all foggy.
It was a lot of effort to get up that building.
So yeah, so I.
What?
Yeah, I mean, I
That was
rolled a
just
9. So,
yeah. That was. I mean, you still got an action. I was just telling you to roll. If I tell you to roll, it's not your action. It's mine.
okay, so can I see? So I'm standing. I'm not by the window. I'm just kind of.
It's dark
Next to
inside
it.
and it's quiet.
It's dark inside. Okay. I'm gonna
I
hold
sent
my.
the blindest, deafest person up there. I love it.
I'm gonna hold my action to light a torch and throw it through the window into the room for when the owls with Chosen One get closer to me. But I'm just gonna like stand there, not lighting it yet, so they can't see. But I'm gonna stand there outside the like next to the window, just waiting because I can see like I'm now staring directly at this clusterfuck going on
Yeah. So you want to throw it out or in? Sorry.
into the window, like through the window, make the hole in the window even bigger,
Gotcha.
and then I'm gonna jump
Okay.
through it and start shooting. But like that's the action I'm gonna hold is to throw the torch through the window.
Okay.
If it's dark, if it is dark as you say, then I can't see shit, so I'm not gonna light something yet.
Gotcha. Gotcha. Makes sense. Yeah. All right.
Okay.
So with that, you hold your action, or while you're gonna. Sorry, I apologize. Are you throwing it in right now, or are you holding it for the event of it?
I'm holding on. I'm like holding my
Gotcha.
action to light the
Okay.
torch and throw it in when
Got it.
Chosen gets close enough to actually
You got
help
it.
me with what
You
I'm
got it.
going
You
on.
got it. All right. Sorry, I was like looking at the chat and then I was like processing what I was gonna tell you next. Darko, you've got a kit and caboodle and all its kids.
I can't see anything like on the map, by the way. So, because I think it has me inside the building. So I don't know where they
How about
are.
now?
Oh, wait, there we go. That's
I just
better.
moved you.
Okay, so he's like charging towards me.
Oh yeah, he's on your
Motherfucker.
ass. Sorry, I didn't realize you couldn't see. You gotta tell me these
God,
things, man. That's an own
God damn.
disadvantage right there. I had no idea. You had no idea what was coming at you. You made it sound like you
Damn.
understood.
I thought
Now
he
he's
was
like,
line
I'm
of
super
sight.
fudged.
Mm,
He did
Fuck.
to himself. I
Well,
love it.
So let me ask you a question about darkness. Is it something that like I can cast like
At a point you
just
can see.
like like around his head? So say for instance, if I just
Yeah.
wanted to cast a sphere
Mhm.
of darkness around this
Yeah.
troll's head, could
You
I
can
do
place it upon such, yes.
that? Okay, then that's exactly what the fuck I'm gonna do.
Oh my god.
Trolls with devils sight? No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, yeah. So I'm gonna cast it on the troll's head. So making him, unless he has dark vision, and I don't know about that.
Well, it's like
No,
magical
Effectively,
darkness.
nope. Darkness is magical, and it
Okay.
cannot be seen through with dark vision.
Well then, fuck him. He's blind now.
Unless you're a warlock.
No. Unless you're a warlock with a specific backup
Yeah.
on it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So yeah, it has darkness upon it. I was gonna put a cool light, but I forget that black doesn't work. So you cast this darkness upon its head. It's just like you hear it, and you now see like this imagine like a top piece of wooden box disembodied from the shoulders of where this troll is, because the darkness conveys the entire shoulder to last 5 inches of box. And you just see the box just like swing in free fall in between this black void, and you hear the noises of the troll. And then you hear the goblins.
What happened? I can't see. Where is it? I don't care.
Like they're now in panic.
Okay. And then what I'm gonna do, as a bonus action, I can cast a cantrip as a bonus action, right?
Sure.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. So then I'm gonna cast Eldritch Blast at the box on his back.
Okay. You cast Eldritch Blast. 1 second. I actually have an AC for this thing. You miss.
Don't you get to shoot twice?
He can,
Yeah.
yes. Yeah, but I'm just letting him know. He shoots the first one. It just somehow, some way, just goes over. You
Distracted.
fire the second one. And
Couldn't
you
hit the
missed.
broadside of a troll.
You fired
It's in
2 at this
darkness, it's
box
hard to
and
hit.
completely miss
Yeah,
it.
it's hard. You know, the
You just see like
big
a
dark
floating
box
lip,
is
and you're just
blocking it.
like, "What the hell's going on?" Like you're fooling yourself. I do want to make it.
Oh, go ahead. Do I get to cast that 1d6 of the necrotic damage for the hex, or do I have to hit
You
him?
have to hit. You have to hit.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I will say, for you being a warlock, you are the only warlock that does an Eldritch Blast 100%. Like, I'll give you that. You are very creative in your use of spells, but every other warlock that ever plays in any of my campaigns does Eldritch Blast, which makes sense because it's usually their strongest ability. But you always use like the silliest amount of spells, and then you're like, "No, I'm gonna attack it," and I love it. Your dark is the best. I just like didn't realize. I always forget you're a warlock until you Eldritch Blast. Basically, is where my mind is at. I always think you're a
I've
sorcerer
got like
or something.
16 spells. I just gotta like scroll
Well,
through
that's why I
until
said
something sounds
he might
great.
actually be able to see in the darkness because he's a warlock, and I don't know what invocations he has.
Yeah,
and
his
so
invocation.
that's what made me think of it.
Mm.
Anything else you'd like to do?
Well, clearly I
Jonathan?
can't.
Did you want to move at all?
Yes, I would like to move. What I'm going to do I see any sort of opening like on the roof that would lead like downwards into the stable?
Sure, I will say there's a hole in the roof about yonder.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna make a fucking beeline right to that hole.
All right, so you'd probably be able to go about mere.
Perfect.
If you were a space higher than where you were
Let's
measuring.
yep. Let's do that, and then that'll end my turn.
You got it. Chosen. You do get an entire view of all the action going on. This place is a canvas. You see Henry, you see Marsh, you see Darko. You imagine what everyone else is doing at the entrance, but you see all the people in the fray. And you see all of them. No, you see everyone, not even, those are just poor words. You see Henry and Marsh, the only two completely avoidance of attention. As you head further, going the rest that you're dashing, right? To double up there.
Yep.
Yeah,
You
And then
dash.
dropping, getting dropped off.
Yeah, I'll drop you in a second.
Do I get to use my held action now?
Yes. As they arrive, you see Marsh not even like for a second give acknowledgement as you're about to land, as he turns around and chucks you in a torch. Throw it in. You see the color come to the room in these dark oranges and reds with a little bit of fluorescent whites. As you hear a give me a dexterity saving throw as you see this flame burst in growth instantaneously into what looks to be 4 or 5 times the torchlight you intended.
Oh shit.
Just him or me too?
Just him, because in
Okay.
the sense of this, it is a stone structure creating a backdraft going out this window, which you are not necessarily. Technically, Marsh is the one who's partially visual as he chucks his.
Got it.
Torch.
Alright, hold on.
And real quick, with dash, that's my action, so
Yeah.
I only have a
Mhm.
bonus action
Correct.
available to me. Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, you should have watched the movie.
Should have watched the movie.
Fail.
Yeah, no shit. Honestly, I think Universal fucked up removing it, even though I get the hazard that it caused. But if none of you guys experience Backdraft at Universal, you never experienced Universal. Just
That's
saying.
true.
At an
They
ET
have
bikes.
every time after going on
At
Jurassic
9,
Park,
I got
dry off.
to
Right? Exactly.
At 9,
That
I
was the
got to be
purpose.
the star of that thing. Where you get to be in the show. At 9,
Uh-huh.
I got to do that. That was really fun.
Awesome. Nice. Yeah, no, that was one of the best experiences I probably
It
ever
was. I
ever
was
had.
so disappointed. We went last year or 2 years ago for the first time for me since I was a kid. I was so disappointed because that was the only thing I wanted to go see.
Right. I mean, that's the memory, you know. I was probably like 7 and I was terrified because they put me in the front and the whole thing dropped and I got terrified. It's the whole thing. But best experience. Anyways, a backdraft happens. Marsh has never seen the movie because movies don't exist in this world. As the flames suck up, you guys hear it blast out. Marsh, good
All
sir.
star. If ever there's a book that could be written, somebody should write Backdraft.
I'm
in
working
this
on
world.
them books. I'll start writing them immediately, including the backdraft.
Marsh, that is a very low roll for me. You take a measly 15 points of crispy fire damage. Just half.
I
If
think
that
I
gets-
take half because
if
I
that
get
gets
No, okay,
half.
so do you both just take split it down the middle, right?
Yeah, we both take
Yes.
7.
Got it.
Yep.
So where
Oh,
Chosen
that's
you
fun.
did not get hit, you feel this like warmth just go through your body. Not a singe, but just like your blood boiled a little. You get a little sweat on your arms, and then it cools off as you see this fire expunge from the windowsill, and you see Marsh quickly. Half of his gray hairs are now charred, and he's just standing there. And he takes a puff from his now lit pipe. Convenient, convenient indeed.
His one eyebrow is slightly singed.
Marsh, if there was any assumption someone was in there upon you throwing that torch, it is now gone. This shit was a setup.
I think
But
my
Chosen, what are you doing?
my spiritual weapon disappears.
Is now
by the
gone,
way.
correct?
It's gone.
Yep, the tether is broken.
Yep.
Okay, well,
so
you
give
land
me-
next to me, and you see me
I-
just fucking do that. But I'm like, hey,
Yeah.
bud.
Oh God, guys, fucking stop texting.
Hold on.
Stop messaging, dear Lord Jesus.
You don't need to do stuff.
I literally can't. My token keeps moving because I grab it as soon as you text. It pulls him halfway across the screen.
Oh, I had to turn
Alright.
that feature off. That
Yeah,
shit drove me
bonus
crazy.
movement.
I don't know how to turn it off.
Hmm.
Okay, so he drops down. I'm trying to see if
One
there's.
second. Yeah, I'm gonna do that 1 second for you.
Dear Lord Jesus. Okay, how do I turn this thing off?
What is it when they talk?
Yeah, every time
Yeah,
they
it
Oh,
message.
it's in your
drags you
settings.
to a
It's in your
bubble.
settings. Go to configure
Yeah.
settings, go to core
Okay.
settings, and then scroll down to pan to token speaker and uncheck it, and then save it. It's individual to each of us.
Oh my God.
I know. Imagine
Dang.
me when I'm trying to DM your guys' turn and they're chit chatting and it kept pulling my screen before I realized that was the actual setting. I was like, what
I'm
the fuck?
I'm dropped. So
You are.
now, so that their movement was my movement. I don't have movement now, correct?
Correct. Because you
Okay.
had taken your actions up to dropping.
Got it. Okay, so that's mine. I will use. He has shield. What does he have on him?
Shield of Faith.
He has shield of faith.
Shield of Faith, Warding Bond, and you gave motivational speech to everybody. So I'm sure it's
Got
not
it.
You gave me help.
only
that got
nobody
used.
has taken. Oh no, Darko. No, yeah, no,
No.
nobody's taken any damage. No.
I took damage just now.
Yeah.
Oh,
Well,
never mind. You
I had
negated the
damage coming
5 of it.
in.
Yeah, you really negated.
Yeah.
damage basically
Okay.
with that.
So I land. That is. What? 1 second. Let me just see. SS spell using. Increase the one in every slot. Okay. I will end my turn. Actually, can I see in the window at all?
The window he threw the torch in, or the other window?
The one he threw his torch after.
Oh
the
yeah, it's
explosion
fucking. I mean, like there's still like lingering flames and stuff. It's fully lit inside. You see within. Excuse me. It's charred up from the initial backdraft, but there is a door probably about 20 feet further in that is burned but not open.
happened. I cast my spiritual weapon with my bonus action inside the room.
Okay.
I obviously don't see anything to
That is
attack, but I just cast it
not your spiritual weapon. Sorry.
inside, just
I
inside
put
there.
I put I don't know whose spiritual weapon that was, but that was another spiritual weapon completely. There we go. It was like a sword. All right. So you would assumably at least move to the windowsill. I'll say so you could see
If I'm in the windowsill, do I see where the Colvern white creature thing was or is?
Nope. The backdraft would have burned any and all evidence that was of liquid blood that would have shown where they were. Currently, everything looks like a scar in the moment. When it would say it would cool down, sure, it'd be a great forensic site. But at the moment, it's too hard to tell where the action occurred. There's not even
But I don't see any
evidence of the vault.
any bodies or anything.
There's no bodies inside. There literally no casualties. There's a lot of burnt furniture. There looks to be a chest that's left ajar on fire, but it does look empty from this vantage point.
Yeah, got it.
All right. Anything else?
That'll do it.
Alistar, you here?
And then they cry and die. I like to stab my enemy. And then they cry and die. That's an original. By Cobalt. When I stab my enemy.
Presto, the sound of a clapping audience.
Like an audience in the
And
background.
there's a bunch
It's
of people just really excited about it.
And you see him holding his spear with a passion of just trust and love. As he does, Alistar, give me an insight check.
Okay.
In the heat of the most intense combat, that's not technically the most intense in Visage, Alistar is having a concert featurette over here. You notice that when Cobalt is holding onto his spear, there's almost like a blooming glowish effect, where his hand touches the spear. As he grips it, there's almost like a visual pulse between the two. Whatever it is you decide with that interpretation. Everyone, re-roll initiative. As you do, I'm going to take a quick look and get another beer. I'll be right back.
Let's say we're one round away from a big bang. Hope you guys find the guy to kill.
Yeah. I don't know. The room blew up. I don't know what to expect now.
Yeah, right?
You just threw a You just broke the glass and threw a torch in there, right? Not a bomb.
Yeah, I just threw a lit torch through the window.
And it blew up.
Yeah.
How does that happen?
Did you say there were jars of something there? I don't know. That's what I thought I heard.
Well, when he comes back, we'll have a conversation because it doesn't make sense.
I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but if he gets back before I do, I use mold earth.
Good for you.
Beautifully done.
It's a complex set of skills that I have to use over here. I feel like I'm being underutilized over here. I could be throwing fireballs into that window with you.
Yeah, who knows?
Oh, I think Chosen has ways of communicating with people across long distance if he wants to. But if you guys want me in the fight at some point, call me. I'll
Okay. Like with sending? Okay, I can
And,
do that.
and you'll be there? Just call
yeah,
me
and
and
then
you'll be
I'll
there?
Is
have
this
my owl
planning?
just bring me in.
Okay.
Well, they're
What if I
planning.
just yell really loud?
Yeah, you can do that.
It's all the same.
Give me a what's the check for like a really nice loud yell?
No, I want to hear a yell, and then we got to do a
Strength
check to
check,
see if the way the yell
concentration.
sounded fits the role.
Performance.
Yeah, performance. Yes, for sure.
Performance.
Oh, but your performance is gonna have to wait, gentlemen, as I go first.
Boy.
Chosen and Marsh can. Oh, fuck, Chosen's gone. I'm gonna get to you guys in a second. Just kidding. Who's my next prey? Darko. You're my next
Ooh,
prey.
package arrived.
You see
No, wait.
this troll
That's
creature put its hands out and just be like, "Whoa!" It runs into the building because it can't see, and then like feels it. Let's go in. And then you hear the goblins, and they're like,
Go right, go left. Can't see. Neither can I. Wait, get on his back.
and then you hear like a commotion, like,
Oh, no. Don't. Up on my face. I see him. I see him.
you get like a Smeagol screech going at you.
Spider.
There's a volley coming at you at disadvantage because one of them does have you, well, on the back of the others.
The doggo. Oh yeah, your
Oh yeah, that
doggo
already
is in the
misses.
back
So you're
too. Oh
Gucci.
my god. Low
Damn, good
face.
thing. Good thing too. Oof,
Oh, shit.
very good. As you see these arrows coming at you, you're like, no fucking way. As you turn to look, you get an instant where everything around you freezes. You hear over your shoulder, hey man, those bad boys are gonna skewer you like the little hog you are. But I'll tell you what, I still have plans for you. Go right. In the middle of your movement, without even thinking, you instinctively move to the right one step. The arrows just miss. God damn it, these packs with demons just really piss you off. The lack of freedom sometimes. Just trying to shiver the feeling of his brief possession over you leaves you a little irate. You dodge it, nonetheless.
Can never die, unfortunately.
Yeah, you can't die, dude.
You feel like a little masseuse shoulder barrage kind of invisibly kick in smoothly from your buddy.
Fuck.
Now that we got Chad back, Chad and Marsh, both of you, please, if you would do me the honor of an insight check. As you both
Insight.
stare down into this building, knowing something is loose.
Real quick,
Yes.
did you think Marsh threw a bomb in?
No, he threw a torch.
Okay.
Yep. I made it very clear afterwards that Marsh feels as if this was a setup.
Yes, correct. It exploded. Insight.
Henry, I will allow you to decide. Does your bomb go off at the 20?
Oh, I don't
or
see
on your
shit
return?
or understand shit or know anything.
Hey, man, I'm not feeling very insightful right now.
For flavor, I would like it to go off on my turn.
You got it.
Yeah.
Chosen in Marsh. You look down into this now inflamed building, almost puzzled. Now that the instantaneous moment has passed, there's a little confusion coming over the two of you. As you both hear inside your minds.
No.
So, you think you had me? Can you get to the other door? Or do I have to open it for you too?
You hear like a taunt in the back of both of your minds. With that, you hear Goblin Cleaver. He's just like, "Ugh." He goes to his knee briefly, like some kind of vein has taken over him. His anger is in flux. He's furious. For you, Stan, the feelings of Goblin Cleaver are almost twisted as the blood and rage of the goblins before them lies in quantity.
Mm-hmm.
He too hears a different taunt.
Goblin Cleaver.
You notice, as Goblin Cleaver, that he sounds weakened.
You are going to allow another your prize? A pity. All this way for naught.
You imagine that Goblin Cleaver is in a ridiculous irate mood, uncertain of who or what to blame, unknowing where he is. He feels a brief moment of defeat. It is now Cobalt's turn. He stops his entertainment and looks at you, Alistar.
Alistair.
Keep singing. I've not done this yet.
I now understand why they left you here.
You see him start
Strongest
marching
must survive.
forward. As he does, he it's interesting. When he takes a step upon your muddled surface, it's as if where he steps, the land comes to meet him at an even level of its originality. He leaves a complete perfect trail of cobalt steps in your difficult terrain.
He's
He then
screwing
looks
up
over
what I
your
just
shoulder.
worked for so hard.
He does, he did, and he looks over his shoulder.
Alistair. Remind me, if we ever face I stab you after. You try killing me.
And he goes invisible.
Kill this so fast.
Alistar, give me an insight check, because for some reason your turns are always next to each other. It's like you guys are like two peas in a pod right here.
I'm very capable.
You don't feel like he was insulting you more than he was trying to express how little you understand him. Him going
Yes.
invisible is not a lack of impressive, because you guys only seen him stab things. And he just not only defied your terrain that you magically changed, he reverted it, almost negating the abilities, and then showed off a unique skill that you had yet to see. It's like, I know that your character is in character, which is perfect, but inside, deep inside, you feel this like, holy shit. That I mean, nose impressive.
There's something ungodly wrong with these kobolds.
These kobolds are super fucked, yeah. Absolutely. You
Really
keep witnessing the craziness of them. Absolutely.
Way too much power.
That is the perfect
Kill them all immediately.
GC
Starting with you. I'll kill you first. Stabby
Dan
stab.
override. What do you do?
I don't know. For Goblin Cleaver, he doesn't even know where Colvern is. If he's really that mad, I think he would just keep attacking all the goblins close to him.
You got it. In his rage, with his now almost amplified expressive anger, he just grabs one goblin by the throat. He picks him up and just stares at him as all the other goblins are now freely, openly stabbing at him. Some of them hitting his leathers, some of them hitting his actual gut, his arms. And in his flex of rage, his muscle mass is almost tripled in density, to where he's almost immune to the feeling of this. For the brief moment, he's going to need Motrin later, a lot of it. And you see the goblin before him, kind of what would be like a brownish green, like a dirt field with a little bit of green weed sprouts, now turning pale, paler than what Colvern probably looked like the first time Goblin Cleaver's ever seen him, eye to eye, and then go limp. In this slow motion of time for Goblin Cleaver, he then swings this paled goblin and just bulldozes through two complete hordes of whatever left stands. To be fair, you guys have done an immense amount of damage to literally a ton of them. And I will drop a ton of stats for you guys at the end of the session, because this is some fun stuff. But he just bulldozes through two whole remaining swarms around his person. As he looks to the building, sees you, Marsh, and Chosen, with the Parliament around you, in flame flyers flickering from the semi-lit room beyond. And he drops the goblin, starts marching ahead. As he does, all these adversaries are going to take an opportunity to attack against him. And that's how much he doesn't fucking give a shit.
Sure.
Misses.
All at disadvantage.
No, these ones at disadvantage. There's two on the outside, but correct. At the disadvantage. Misses. There's only one on the outside. So. Oh, not advantage, sorry, just straight. Flat. That one hits. Goblin Cleaver takes one stab. And again, basically just numb. This Goblin Cleaver has an insane amount of health. He's totally fine.
Well, it's half damage too, because he's
even better. For the entirety of him standing in that entire goblin horde, half damage, I'll say, comes out to 32 points.
Sure. Makes sense.
He's still over 80 HP. which is probably more than half of you guys. So not too shabby. Ill Omen pursues the rest of the remaining, continues its onslaught. Darko, you find yourself at the ceiling. Now, quick question, Darko. I increased your elevation, but can you now see the troll or no?
I can, yeah.
Okay, perfect. So that did work.
Yeah.
Wonderful. So, what do you do?
I am going to immediately drop down through the hole that's in the roof of this stable.
Okay, I accidentally spoke as you, but you tumble, roll, and drop into the stable.
Yeah.
As you do, you immediately get welcomed with this encroaching smell. Give me a Constitution saving throw. You're immune to the initial poison effect of it because you are your race and class of being a dwarf and being from underground.
We don't fuck around like
you're
that.
basically like a Durgar, basically, and you're like, oh yeah, there's some death down here. You look around and you see anything that would have been alive in the stable dead. You count immediately in this room 4 dead horses. Definitely, like carved up for a majority of what would be edible. There are organs left behind that probably were for the taste purposes of lacking. You never enjoyed horse yourself, but you'd imagine goblins do have some particulars from the previous goblins you've done dwelling in business with. But nothing in here lived.
Is there any windows?
There are not, which is why it smells so bad.
Okay. So then
there's
obviously
the door there. Mm-hmm.
See the door over. It's over here. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I am going to run for the door. But before I get through the door, I am going to listen to see if I hear the troll, where the troll is, kind of.
You definitely get the gesture from the shake of the building and the troll physically touching it to find its way around, that it's somewhere along this end.
Along that end, okay. Then I am going to, I don't know how much more movement I have left, but my whole goal is basically to get outside of the stable and get to
I'd
the
say you could probably
corner.
get like here.
That's perfectly fine. Yeah.
Because I
Then
think
I'll
you have a
end there.
reduced movement. Yeah, you have 20.
And I'm gonna try and hide in this area. So I'm gonna keep myself
Give me a stealth
hidden.
check.
Okay.
In the sense, this is more of like a sound stealth than it is you physically are not seen.
Okay.
So yeah, you make relatively no noise toward this troll.
Cool.
They are none the
All right.
wiser.
And that's gonna end my turn.
Okay, Henry.
It's time, baby. Right
How
before, so
would you
Henry's
like
had
this
like
to go?
a counting down timer in his head the
Yep.
entire time because he's
You are at bomb
familiar with
expertise.
this. Before it goes off, you're gonna see him start shoving like cotton into like his ears. He's gonna be like,
You got it.
grabbing
You like,
whatever.
and you actually pull enough cotton for one, and then you have like half enough cotton, so you kind of like rip this little cushion pocket that you had, and you take out the cotton from that one. Your last second emergency stash, a pirate's favor, and you just shove it into the other ear with just enough time.
At the last second, he's gonna throw his hands over his eyes because of the flash coming, and then he's just gonna like last second think of his crew. Oi mates, cover your ears and your eyes, and it's gonna go off at that moment.
Oof, that is a tough order. Everybody roll me perception checks.
Yeah.
With disadvantage because there's a lot of commotion happening, and that's one voice amongst them all.
Say, yeah.
He's just gonna think of it at the last second, like, oh fuck.
Oh my god, this is beautiful.
Did not go well.
Oh my god.
Oh, no.
Nobody knows what you said.
You had to drag us into this.
Not a single person.
We won't even hear the explosion. That's how low
Yeah,
it
it's like a typical Henry thing. He thought of it at the very last second. You know, like fuck.
You know, let me read the script. Yep, not in it. Let's do it.
Oh shit.
So we've all
Now,
played.
does that take my turn? By the way,
No.
just gonna
This is
happen,
just
then
the this is just the beginning of it. So as you stuff your ears with emergency cotton ball stash from your last padded pocket, the rest of your clothes are now at the most deflated they have ever been. Everybody else just finished a Call of Duty match with a grenade exploding. You have the buzz and the B's and the V's and the E's and the symbols and the all the
shit.
Jesus, the all the crazy imaginary SS of damage.
Is this a fucking nuke? Like, what the hell happened here?
26 damage. Does that take out
As
stone?
as you guys see what would be the entire wall on this end. Let's do like a
Oh,
big
I'm so happy I jumped down off that roof. Jesus Christ.
Oh yeah,
big
the
highlight.
earthquake.
Let's see.
Where again? Oh, right there. Fuck.
Let's see.
Hey, that is by my freaking library, you jerk. Watch
You
there.
just see right here just a
I know.
massive, bright, huge, impossibly unnecessarily not even needed by anybody else. Like, just this flash.
Fucking Moab.
Thank you, a Moab. As you guys all just briefly take in this weird, awkward, mute moment. Cobalt, because I know you guys all got to know. He stands there and he sees this. Stares. Twitches his eye. And something does happen. But because you guys all rolled so bad, no one. Henry. Well, everyone is in this state of awe and disposition. I don't know what Alistar's trying to handle.
Animal handling for the owl
Nothing.
bears in case
Oh,
they go crazy.
gotcha.
Not gonna
Ooh, I like that.
Oh God.
Chosen.
I
Roll
like
a
how we
wisdom
just
for both of
introduce
them.
our own problems to ourselves over and over
Yeah,
and over.
yeah.
Yeah, let's see these owlbears. How are they doing with this?
Oh my god, and
I mean-
Alistair's in charge. Yikes.
Sorry, I
Mm.
wasn't doing anything. I only caused more problems.
What do I need to roll for them?
Wisdom, please.
Okay. Saving?
Yes, please.
Oh, it doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter, dude.
Those
That's
are the
not
safest
great
rolls.
here.
Oh, you
Oh,
thought the
shit.
owlbear was
Oh,
Efficient
shit.
wisdom saving throws.
Okay.
Damn,
It's
AOK.
Cho that has to impress. Little Buck is making up for bad rolls before. There we go.
Not bad.
Okay. Little Cho and Little Buck. They sense the trembles before the actual flash and explosion, as they feel it and they look in the direction of it, and they enclose their ears in a way of protection. It is a survival instinct of owlbears. As the explosion goes off, they feel the vibrancies along their enclosed eardrums, and when the degree of pressure reduces to a safe level of decibels, they unsheath it and hear the remaining end of, and then the rocks. Not to say that
They're just sitting steadfast. They're like,
Yeah, basically.
Alistar. When
yeah.
Alistar's like, are they fucking statues? Did they die? What happened?
I mean,
Like,
they're
Alistar
handling it
can't.
better than me. and I'm
Alistar is
"Ah,
like bleeding
be
in
good,
one
be
ear,
good,
you know,
bear."
and he's over here like playing at them, and he's probably scarier looking than the experience of the explosion. As all of the entities, every single enemy creature, including Goblin Cleaver in the center of the field, just freeze. This is the longest moment of peace since this encounter has started. Henry, you are the only person in the area that was aware of this happening. What do you do with this opportunity of perfect tranquility?
Okay. What I do is I do a performance of making it sound like there's an army as best I can now charging through that area.
Okay. And are you performing this with just your esophagus?
Well, I'd use like my instruments, everything I have to try to
Do you have
convey that
any
there's
potential spell beneficiaries that you can just lean on to assist you?
Spell, bro. No, you do.
I wish I did. I mean, I have like
Ooh, you got the cantrip.
no.
got
I'll cast
stuff.
enhance ability upon myself.
Oh. And you give
And
yourself?
I'll do 2 slots. Yeah. Oh,
You can
wait,
get
no.
advantage, I
Yeah.
guess.
On Eagle Splendor, I assume?
Yeah, okay. That's what I'm going to do. And then I'm going to do the performance of making it as best I can. You know, I
Yeah.
am doing the best I can with it to make it sound like this battle has only just gotten worse. Now, the walls crashed, and now maybe there's sounds of like an army crashing in to try to like
Okay.
waver the morale of the people.
Okay. Give me a performance check.
Shock and awe. I like it. Shock and awe.
Yeah.
Now, I have that with advantage, right?
This situation is completely in your favor. That was the best 4 rolls. Look at that, double 17s. That's 3 7s, I think, guys. I mean, take away the 1s. That's 3 7s. He made it up. You hear the best. Just these chants and chanties and excitements of thrills and intensity coming from this side of the wall that everybody, including your teammates, feel someone else has just arrived. Is there anything else you do in your turn, Henry, before I describe what happens next?
No, I'm good. I've done what I came
Just
to do.
created chaos. I'm good.
That was my goal.
Library.
Hey, it's gonna be
Is
helpful.
Henry chaotic neutral?
Good
Because
question.
Funny
if
you
he
ask.
isn't, then like he needs to be because he does it. He plays it
It's funny
perfectly.
you ask. It's funny you ask. Yes, he is.
You play him really well.
Good job.
So, Marsh, you being the first to break from this shock and awe experience, you look behind you unexpectedly as a massive stampede of uninvited guests seemingly approach. You see nobody. You see the massive glass in the wall. Everything kind of fades out a little as the color comes back and the blinding moment fades. I really don't remember which light it was. So you guys are going to have to deal with the big light for now. Because I don't remember where I put it. And there's oh, there it is. Boom, I'm so good. Anyways, as the lights fade, now mind you, we're going person by person on the experience they feel as this unwavers them. Marsh, your mind is padded, we'll say, in a sense of uncertainty. You just got blown in the face by a backdraft. Your eardrums got blown out from behind you. You got blinded briefly from a massive flash grenade that blinded an entire fortress. And nothing makes sense right now. What do? You were also just teased by Culver himself.
Sure. He told me to come to that door. I guess I would turn to Chosen and I'd go, hey, buddy, he's asked us to go through that door, which means we shouldn't go through that door.
Chosen, you hear. Womp, 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 womp.
Okay. Can I tell that he can't understand me? I guess.
Chosen just nods.
You get the sense that he probably heard some things, but you really aren't certain what he heard. You
Okay,
get the
I'm going
gaze
to
that he's
say, and
still
if he
under the
nods the whole
effects.
time, I go, great. And I grab his arm and I just go to push him off the side, and I'm gonna jump after him because we're gonna go through the front door if Colburn's telling us to go through this top door.
Got it. Okay. I mean, Chosen is considered incapacitated in this brief moment as you push him and attempt to catch him. So you're gonna push him and then try to fall faster than he falls and then catch him.
I'm
Or you're
pushing
trying
him.
to like
I didn't know he was
push him and then jump
incapacitated.
down
I
with
thought he
him.
just couldn't hear me. If
No,
he's
I mean like
incapacitated,
he can't catch himself. I mean he's completely off balance. So you're putting him in a tough spot is what I'm trying to say. Like if you want to help him down, I'd say you can climb down. But you said push him, so that's why I was like, whoa, like
I mean, I'll just push him up to the edge and then I'll jump over
Okay.
on my own turn.
All right.
And then can follow me if he
He
wants to.
leads you to the edge, knowing that you're a little discombobbled still. Marsh jumps down, and you kind of look over in a unwavering state. What I will allow is both of you to use your movement and hold your action until you both get down safely, because you both share initiative basically before the next round.
Sure. Yeah.
So you assist Chosen in getting down. By the time you get down, Chosen, you hear like womp, and then, "Oh, you're safe, Chosen. Like, I got you, buddy," or whatever Marsh would say.
Yeah.
As
Hey,
you
Penny,
then
don't worry
now
about it. We're
come
down
to,
here.
you guys are both now back to present. It is no longer bright and blinding and loud. There is a commotion happening. You imagine Marsh has a plan. Chosen, you may interact with him.
Why not go through top?
Because he asked us to. He's trying to trick us. He's a sneaky guy. I shot him and he wasn't there anymore. And I threw a torch and it blew up. So we're going to go through the front door.
Sounds good.
You would still, considering you would still have movement left. You've only probably used 15 feet.
Okay. So I would go and then I would try to open it, I guess, if it's open. But if it's not,
Okay.
then I would ask.
You just
Chosen.
walk up, put your hand on the door, twist the knob, open it. Give me a dexterity saving throw.
Great.
As you pull to turn that door open, you just feel this immediate, almost like, let me think on how I would describe it.
A backdraft.
No. You know that kind of gut instinctual feeling where it's like the rash feeling is wrong. He wants us to go up. Like kind of how you said, how you told Chosen, because he wants us to go up there. And then right when you put your hand on this knob and you turn it and you realize it's open, is when you realize it's been too late. And the trick was the trick of tricking you into tricking yourself.
Oh, fuck.
And you walk right into this. You fail your dex save. Nothing happens other than the fact you go completely paralyzed.
Oh, so nothing.
You hold the door halfway ajar, and what you think you felt in the tip of your centered middle finger, well, not tip, but like in the center point of your middle finger, a little prick. You don't even have to move your hand from the doorknob to know that it was laced with a paralytic or whatever the heck the word is. As you hold it halfway ajar, Chosen, you see Marsh go stiff. Marsh's turn is now over. Chosen, what do you wish to do? You're muted.
Good, because I said some profanities that I would rather not repeat. Oh, love it. Love it.
Oh, sorry, let me move your characters. You guys are like way up here still. Hold on. Oops.
I'm paralyzed, so I can't talk.
Correct. You are 100% paralyzed. I'm just saying, I am so
I'm just
pleased with myself.
I'm just
I can't
imagining
believe
like
you
being
fell for that,
stuck.
Marsh. Ugh.
I'm just imagining being like stuck in a door opening position.
Yes, like like one of those like moments where you're like opening it and realizing you didn't want to invite them, but Now you're stuck
Or
in that
like
moment.
when you go to the wrong room in your house and you realize you
Exactly.
opened the wrong door and you're like, oh shoot,
You might as well just
I
look
actually need
inside
to
now.
go. I opened the wrong door.
Okay. This is great. This is really good. I'm really
I'm
excited.
surprised you fell
about
for
this.
that stuff.
Sure. I don't know. Classic.
Classic, yeah.
Open the door. Egg is trapped.
Like
I don't know, man.
you're
Marsh is
never
not a guy
you're
who checks for traps,
I don't
so I
but
don't know what I don't know
Marsh
what
is
else
never
to do.
like I just walk inside first. Like you're always such a laid back, I'm behind everyone kind of dude. You're like taking charge. It's awesome.
We're trying to kill this guy,
Um,
and he was just
well,
wandering.
I guess because he is now certainly unusable, or just he's not. Yeah. I will use my warhammer to kind of push him the rest of the way out. Is that a movement? That'd be considered
No,
movement, right?
I'd say that you just use a free action to swing your hammer, hit the door. It pops off of Marsh's hand. He didn't have a strong grip around it now that he's paralyzed. And you push the rest of the door open. You notice Marsh swivel just a little bit, but not off balance, based
Okay.
off the degree in which it took. The time it took to completely paralyze him. But you do notice, excuse me, that Marsh is in an incapacitated state. As you open the door and move it ajar, you see inside a gritty, bloody-teethed goblin that's albino. Over kind of large trench coat, lying briefly kind of in a slouched position, upright-ish, with his hand holding himself on a crate. And his hand extended as if something had been thrown. Chosen, can you give me a dexterity saving throw?
Sure.
You see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 just shining glints appear out of nowhere. Before you have a moment to even briefly sit there to realize what's happening, you
Are they
take
arrows?
no, I will get to that. You take 24 points of piercing damage as you see 5 daggers fly past you, flashing across your outer area. None of them in any crucial location. So we'll just put you briefly.
Is it a ranged attack?
Yes. Why?
I get but there's no.
Sorry. Go ahead.
It's just a dexterity saving throw. It's not like an AC. Like he doesn't make an attack
No,
against
it was
me.
a dexterity saving throw on your behalf as the effect goes. Is it why? What are we?
Because I have arrow catching shield, so that
Gotcha.
gives
Yeah.
me
No,
+2 to
it wasn't.
AC against
Yeah.
ranged attacks.
No, it wasn't
so.
a range attack against you. It was a.
Yeah.
Sorry, but great. Thank you for bringing that up. So you take 24 points of laceration damage, as you get sliced, but nothing. This is like a tickle. You've been hit harder. As all of these daggers land along the doorway in Miss
Okay.
Marsh.
All right. Well.
You see this individual before you.
Yeah. Fuck this guy.
Bloody in the mouth. Kill me. By all means, kill me.
That's what I mean to do this. Yep. So I'm gonna cast Spirit Guardians.
All right.
At a 4th level spell slot. And then I'm going to move. So it's going to be on me, right?
Mm-hmm.
How close to him am I?
1 second. 30 to 35. I think 30. 30.
Okay. So, and I have 15 feet of movement. So
Mhm.
he'll be within
Oh yeah,
range
he'll
when I
absolutely be
end.
within range of
Okay.
your spirit guardians. Yes.
So I go in 15 feet. So this just
Yeah.
if
I'll
you
move
move
it
the spirit
towards it.
grenade.
Yep.
Then.
Oh, it's actually just outside because it's 15 feet from. It didn't
Okay.
count the way you spaced. It's right outside. Yeah. Sorry.
Okay. Does the what do you call this thing? The spiritual weapon, does it vamp in? Like how does it get from upstairs to downstairs? Do I have to cast it again?
That would be the instantaneous way of making it. Otherwise, it would have to travel around because it's a spiritual weapon. It's not like a ghost visage or anything like that.
Is that a bonus action for it to travel, or is it just its action?
It's action. So basically like where
Okay,
you would
so-
have it attack or you. So with your bonus action where you would have it attack, you could instead have it move. So it would be
Got it.
your
But I
bonus
don't
action.
get. But it is my bonus action. Okay.
Yes.
So then with my bonus action. And
Okay. I mean, in retrospect, you can't see through the spiritual weapon, so you wouldn't know where to move it. It's still considered in a closed room. It can't open doors or anything.
Yep. I get it. Killing 4. That's a spell using a 4th one. It's restoration. Sorry.
No worries.
Which gains a creature of your choice that you can see within range.
Everyone get ready for a reroll after this.
Yep.
Man, Alistair, you just had the most passive amusement. That was mind-boggling.
I'm gonna cast
What's going on?
Sanctuary on myself.
Okay. Drop it in there. All right, Henry, we appreciate you. We will do you in honor of your character's RP.
Yeah.
All right. Good night,
Okay.
guys.
Right. Get rest, man.
I cast Sanctuary. Ended turn.
All right. Everybody reroll for me.
All right.
Henry at a 13. Party.
Okay.
Whoa, Goblin Cleaver. Rolling strong.
He wants to get there.
Ooh. Didn't think I'd get another chance.
Goblin at the forefront.
I thought you guys were ahead.
All good. I was hoping for that.
Prepared for
All
it.
right.
Got some good defense in there. Now he attack you, he gonna get
Oh wait,
hit.
hold up. I forgot Cobalt. Ooh, close but no cigar.
Not
All
doing
right.
anything. He's just walking around.
Damn, John, I was hoping that gaseous form would actually go faster.
Yeah.
Fuck.
There
You would have
you
been
go.
better off.
Totally
You'd have been
useless.
better off coming in on the owls as well.
I know.
Fuck.
I'm kind
All
of
right.
stuck.
Yeah, because now it's like 1-on-1, 1v1, and this is not good.
Mhm.
1 second. The troll. Gonna make a wisdom check. With advantage because it has keen smell. It smells the shit out of you, John. Or Darko.
Ugh.
Does that darkness follow him?
Oh yeah. It could smell him though. He's like his
I was
hands are
just curious
so
if it's following him or if he walks out of
yeah.
it.
The darkness was casted upon him by Darko, and then he's like feeling the wall. So now he's like following it, like Marco Polo, as he's like, Darko, you're hidden. Your physical body is not seen.
Mhm.
You didn't make any noise. You didn't think about your beard. You haven't washed it in a while.
You stink, bro.
You might have had something catch
Shower.
in there and die. You're not quite sure.
I
As you
keep
hear it
telling you, I want to use
squeaking
that
you
cloth
out.
of cleaning, bro. Come on, dude. It's easy.
I'll
You
let
don't
him
even have to
wipe a little
shower.
face.
Just let me scrub you a little bit.
As you
Bro.
see this massive troll with this really big wooden crate above its head, just kind of like dingling and dongling around. You hear the goblins.
Where is he? I can't see him. I don't know. Where in the I don't know where we are. What do you mean?
They're like super confused because this troll just following his nose. You hear this big whiff. And then you see this massive hand that's going to swing at disadvantage in your direction. Oh, didn't roll disadvantage, but it misses anyways. Why is Ill Omen constantly targeted? I don't understand.
Good target.
And it is going to swing again
Oh shit!
Damn.
and one more time. As in anger, you just see this creature. And then one more time. And he makes contact.
Was that at disadvantage?
Disadvantage.
Oh, wait. Yeah, sorry. I apologize. I thought it was.
Fail.
Second. I don't know why that
Watch
one
this
didn't
guy
trigger.
fail miserably.
Ooh.
Oh,
Looks that
Oh, no,
that
he did.
hits.
okay.
Never mind.
Unfortunate.
It comes across. You cast Hellish Rebuke. Beautifully
Nice.
done. As you do, go ahead and roll that bad boy for me.
It's a dex saving throw.
Oh, it's a dex save. Okay, give me 1 second.
I like exactly how it says it's used. You literally point your finger at it.
Fuck you!
It
As
doesn't say which
as
finger.
it
It could have
hits
been your
you,
middle finger.
it just chucks you as it like slaps the shit out of you after you dodge 2 of them, and you throw out the big middle, and it makes a dex save with the whoa, wait, so you put your finger in the sun. Yeah,
Oh yeah, it should probably be a disadvantage because of hex, right?
dex. No, it'd be well, you didn't declare his dex as his disadvantage, did you? First
The hex?
You hexed
or
him.
does hex automatically give dex
I think it's
disadvantage?
hex's disadvantage on saving throws.
Gotcha. I was gonna give it to him because he's blind, but sure.
Let's do that too.
Double disadvantage.
Double.
If there was, there
Guy
would
has
be.
no advantage over me.
It fails. What's your save?
No.
It's a 14. It
14.
fails with a 13. Give me the damage from your Hellish Rebuke as these black tendrils just kind of reach out and sucker punch at the troll, just really just expunging from your body for 12 points of damage.
I'll take it.
Very nicely done. Ill Omen recedes. You hear a howl. And it
Oh, it's gone.
That's no bueno, guys. That's no bueno.
There's still a lot of
I've got
goblins.
another one.
Oh, okay.
all the goblins start rushing toward Goblin Cleaver, naturally.
Yeah, that's fine.
Well, I just got to get out of this troll area, and then I can, make good use of it, I suppose.
I think
Too much-
Cobalt's gonna
too much
attack him from
one-on-one.
behind. You'll be fine.
Chosen and
1v1.
Marsh. You both hear this experience. A little cough. He spits. A big wad of blood. Marsh, your arrow is still imbued inside him.
Cool.
As he pierces his eyes at both of you.
You think I am the only Covarn?
He spits again.
I'm just another they brought in place of the
And he takes a deep breath. Gasping in whatever oxygen his body is able to claim in the state he is in. He reaches into what looks to be a pouch. And he pulls out what looks to be a shiny, almost glint of gold-like metal object that's been impressed, creased, folded, curved, but odd. It doesn't belong by itself. It looks to be as if it's a piece of something. He puts his hand out.
Without them all.
He drops it. You hear a clatter. Ding, 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 ding. He loses consciousness. Marsh, can you please give me a wisdom check? No,
Am I still
Arcana.
par- Am I still paralyzed?
Yeah, that wouldn't matter though for an Arcana check.
Okay. Arcana?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
The hand that's holding Luan gives like a pulse, faint pulse to you. You reach an understanding with Luan. Cloudy didn't just bless your weapon. He gave you the opportunity to understand it. Your arrow, or your bolt, I apologize, your bolt within the corpse of this individual. He is only unconscious. He isn't dead. Something prevented the rest of the bleed out. Luan senses this and informs you. Though you are still paralyzed, he is considered incapacitated.
I can't say anything, but
Nope.
if I could,
You cannot.
I would sing a song about that probably.
Goblin Cleaver.
I want to hear that song.
He just yells in a rage. Stan, you will receive what he heard after session. Or, well, tomorrow, but nonetheless.
Sure.
As he pulls up his great axe, slashes the remaining 5 goblins before him, turns around, and swings once, or second, third, through the troll before him. The troll collapses. The crate above its back, you see these barrage of arrows flying out toward him as he instead dips down and ducks beneath it and just forces himself up, detaching the box from the straps upon this troll. As the box flings, flies, and lands on top of the other horde, taking out 1, 2, 3 adversaries all at once with his entire rage and expression and frustration of what he's come to realize. Cobalt goes for some attacks at advantage. Whoops. Ignore that. That was an accident. He was too close, so I clicked. He misses. Somehow, some way, he misses. He swings. You don't know it though, Darko.
Does he have advantage? Because Darko's.
Oh yeah, I thought
Like
that's what I was
flanking for
pressing.
him?
I apologize. Wow, he rolled 2 17s. Yeah, that's what I was trying to roll with him. But
All
2
good.
17s unfortunately did not hit. So then he is going to continue his onslaught. Okay, not rolling advantage. So I'm just gonna do what he does. Oh, that works. We'll go for the 20. He's known for it. Nope. As he does some damage. Darko, this is the first time you hear as finally you see just this burst of blood fling toward you as the spear goes completely through the troll's leg. And then you hear like a pull of it coming out. And then nothing. A brief moment pauses, and then you hear a
Tell him. Stop. Stop him.
Cobalt's there.
It's going to
You
be a
can't
very
see him.
welcome sound.
But he is there.
I'll
Henry.
start screaming from a distance. I could have done better.
Henry.
Did he get advantage on that last one?
Ooh, good point. Let's see. Let me reroll that one. I feel like when I press the button, it's supposed to work, and it doesn't work sometimes. It didn't change.
Yeah, all good.
It's
It's always worth a shot.
Always,
Yeah, that was a good
always.
call.
Henry doesn't have any second level. Ooh. Okay. Henry will see see this horde, right? This last remaining adversary. This particular adversary was dwindled down to a single goblin. He takes his opportunity. I'll make sure I can do this. Let me read this real fast. Okay, yeah, easy enough. You can do it. He's going to cast Suggestion.
Okay.
This goblin has to make a... Because I read it and didn't read that part. Wisdom saving throw. We will give it a modifier of -2. Giving it a 12, it fails. You hear Henry going, "Hey mate, how about you come talk to me instead?" This goblin, holding his weapon in hand, scimitar, goes, "Well, let me see. Can Henry speak goblin?" He doesn't have to for the goblin to understand him. But I'm curious if he can understand it.
He doesn't speak goblin.
He doesn't speak goblin. The goblin hears him speak common and goes, "Ah. Ah. Ah." He sees nothing but death around him. Nothing but enemies around him.
Oh, we talk.
And he comes forward. Marsh, I need you to give me a Constitution saving throw, please.
You got it. Hold on, sorry.
Oh yeah.
With Luann's help, you feel this connection with her has widened your horizon of understanding the blessing you or Luann were given. You shake off the feeling. You understand that Colburn is unconscious. What do you do?
I go, "Hey, chosen buddy, he's unconscious. So if you walk up to him with that force field of lasers around you, you're gonna kill him probably. But that's up to you. We can kill him or we can take him away. But it's whatever you want. I think we should kill him. I don't trust him.
Chosen, think about it.
Make sure to pick up that golden thing though. Whatever that was important.
Yes.
Marsh, do you stay
Well-
stood there?
I mean, he's in front of me.
No, he's ahead of you, like 15 feet. You can walk in. Like you're not blocked from walking inside.
Okay, well, I just didn't think I could shoot him from where I was. That's right. I think you.
Yeah. Why couldn't you?
He's just used to standing in place right now.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's just
Because I was
Stand
paralyzed.
He's a little stiff.
Okay, I walk up. I guess I look for the golden thing that he dropped. But
Oh, yeah.
before I pick it up, I don't pick it up. I just want to try to find where it is.
Okay. Yeah, easy enough. You see it probably here.
Okay.
It looks to be it's like a spherical corner of something with a sharp, like a wedge. It looks like a wedge.
Okay. Chosen, I think I want to kill him. I'm gonna be honest.
Chosen have no qualms with that.
Super. I'll just take out my crossbow and just shoot him. Yeah, in the head.
As you shoot him, you
This
see the
date's
limp
over.
body that is in a unconscious state just and then something unique happens. Chosen. What modifier is this spell casted off of?
Wisdom.
I need you to give me a wisdom saving throw, please. You feel like a tug, a pull, almost as if your spell was trying to be pulled in toward Colvern, where the arrow made a puncture into his body. Now there's two bolts. I keep saying arrow. It's two bolts sitting upon his now corpse. As a light emerges from the second shot that Marsh fired, you feel what would be like a vortex of sorts. He turns into like a big ball of light, just like he's being torn around and twisted and pulled, as if time was miscombobbled. And then it begins to turn into like a spherical swirl. It starts to blur out. And then, like a pop, completely out of existence. You see the two bolts patter against the ground, but missing their arrowheads.
Okay. I go pick
Cool.
up a little golden piece then. That's on the ground.
You pick up the golden piece. Chosen. What do you do?
Well, with Colvern downed, I keep Spiritual Guardian on, and I go outside and I start waving. Do the signal.
The signal. Eagles have landed.
Alistair. You are looking through a Nazi's eyes. You see the signal.
Signal. Birds are coming. Come on, owls. Let's go.
So the owls were signaled to come back to you to pick you guys up, or what? Clarify
Yes.
that for me. You
Yes.
got it.
Pick them up. Take
So
them away.
Pick
enough.
any ally within up.
Got it.
Yeah, but there's
So
only the two of you. Unfortunately, Darko's elsewhere. Get out.
you two,
I'll be fine.
Goblin Cleaver,
Henry also.
Henry, all of you
That
guys
would
are
be a good time to
flying
cast Gaseous Form.
and flowing.
That's a good point.
Flowing, Jesus. 1 second. Let me do a little massive grab real quick. Got Marsh. Nope. I got Chosen in the crew. Chosen in Parliament. Oh, missed one. Then we got Goblin Cleaver. Then we got Henry.
Huh.
Zoop.
Ah,
And as
freebie.
they're all going and going and going and going, Dargo, you are before this troll. They don't have enough movement to get to you. What? Oh, no, correction. Alistar. They are still making their way. From where you stand, you can see a massive, weird, maybe 2.5 inches worth of wooden crate floating in blackness. As you can't see the troll's body, but you can see the crate that's on his back. You don't know what the fuck it is. But there's a massive ball of darkness below it.
Okay.
Bold Earth.
Yes, Chosen is correct. And we continue this. It will be very difficult for anybody to come near us.
Oh, man.
Right. Well, shit.
Cobalt looks at you. No, Cobalt's not even there. Just kidding. Darko, what do you do?
Well, now is the appropriate time to use my last third level spell slot, and I am going to cast Gaseous Form on myself
Nice.
at this point to make an escape.
Got it.
You cast gaseous form upon your person. giving them disadvantage to hit you, correct? Because they could still hit you.
Correct.
Got it. Just making you a little hard to hit. Do you move? Do you move in this gaseous form?
So,
If I can give you a little DM pro tip, you are small enough to move through the troll and then cast it.
yeah, I guess that's fair. But don't they have an attack of opportunity if I move through them?
But if you moved through him and never broke distance, he doesn't. Then you cast gaseous form. Then you move, it'd be at disadvantage.
Wow. Well, is it too late?
No, I'm just saying. I'm telling you, you should. I'm just trying to
Oh,
give you
okay.
a little,
He's
Yeah.
assistance
metagaming.
there.
that is what I shall do. I will
You got
move
it.
through him first, then cast gaseous form.
You got it. It does swing at you at disadvantage.
Roll 2 20s here or
It
something.
absolutely swings and misses. Slashes right through. Your gaseous form kind of gives off a little toot, and it distracts you. It's like, anything else you wish to do?
Nope. I'm going to be heading towards the exit as quickly as my fart clouds will let me move.
As you push on the little caboose of a cloud, the other crew flies over. You see a massive troll, and then you see just kneel into the ground. And then like what looks to be like a puncture of sorts, though completely non-visible. Just the blood just blew from the shoulder area. And then another through the abdomen on the left. And then you finally hear. He becomes visible, Kobold. For the first time in a long time, Chosen, you see your little fella throw his spear forward and go straight through the troll's neck. And he goes forward. Anyone who understands Goblin in the vicinity hears,
Purple! What's going on? I can't stop!
the wooden box above crashes. Maybe a twitch, maybe a flinch, but nothing but goblin corpses and a troll. As Cobalt looks up, holds up his spear, chanting to Henry, Marsh, Chosen, and Goblin Cleaver as he licks his spoils from his spear. And you all notice a inconspicuous cloud just floating about. As you arrive to Alistar and the Owlbears, who seemingly look very safe, very unarmed, and very untired in any sense whatsoever.
What are the odds that he cut his tongue when licking it?
Never.
No. The odds are 0.
If he does, it's not his spear. With
Alright.
that, you
Hey,
have
everyone,
successfully you have
We guarded the
successfully not
frontier.
only survived this small warband, but killed a culver in Discord or whenever you all wish to. You may share the information everyone has learned in this combat, as it is now over. Nobody died. Very disappointing. You
Yeah.
guys had very, very good distractions. I was very impressed with the ability to micromanage all of the commotion going on. That was very impressive. I was surprised I tricked you twice, Stan. I'm okay with that. I don't know. I mean, maybe it was just Marsh playing Marsh. Maybe it was just a Marsh thing. I love it regardless. But I
Yeah, I
didn't
don't know.
see Marsh being the front runner both times. I was like, Chosen's there. He's the biggest tank. Like, he'll go first, like he's got this.
I
And
mean,
then
my turn was first, I guess.
I know.
was
Well, I
like,
mean, it was interesting because you guys were always paired. Like, literally, it was what?
that's true. We weren't
12.2,
actually together each
12.1. Like, you guys
Yeah,
were
we
constantly,
constantly had the exact same roles. It was
fucking
crazy.
sitting with each other, But no, that was definitely cool. You guys with the giant owls totally negated a ton of potential, technicalities. You guys did a great job. I mean, it might have taken a month and a half, but yeah,
This was
did it.
actually planned like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah,
4 weeks ago.
absolutely premeditated, and then brought forward to execution. So great
Yeah.
job. absolutely great job. I thought there was going to be a lot more hiccups, but your guys' roles
The
outside of Henry's awesome commotion. That was
biggest
great. That was so
disappointment
perfect.
was just not bringing Darko. That was literally the biggest disappointment because we needed
know,
him to like be that third damage doer.
I was
It was a good
surprised.
troll distraction.
I was personally surprised that Alistar just hung out with Cobalt for the entirety. That blew my mind. I mean, I
A
knew
lot.
you talked about, using the owls to go out there and do their things, but man, you were just like chilling with the dude. I mean, you got to know Cobalt a little, so that's a benefit. You definitely got like relationship points, Even Cobalt's cooler with you than everyone else, even though he has his own opinions, but he
I don't
definitely
think
feels
so.
he vibes with you.
I don't think we're cool with each other at all.
And wait till his original comes out. He's gonna release the spear song, so get ready for
Oh,
that.
I'm
For that drop.
looking forward to it. I enjoyed his soundtrack.
But nonetheless, great job, guys. That was wonderful. You
Oh,
guys did
thanks,
great.
man.
All right, Joe.